Tonight on Time for the Show, Reverend shares his grandmother's towel casserole recipe. Dr. Fox shares Reverend P's grandmother's towel casserole recipe. And I share my director's commentary on Reverend Fox's sharing of Reverend P's sharing of his grandmother's towel casserole. Stand by for Time for the Show. Is it really time for the show? Oh man, that makes me so happy to be back with all of my friends.
I was doing so
well.
We should do a show.
Should we?
It's time.
What are we gonna do?
The Time for the Show show?
You know, I did more promotions today for this show than I think I have in like the past month. And I even came up with like stupid crap to talk about, and I'm sitting here, I've got nothing.
Here comes listener number 3.
Well, we did a live show on Friday and now it's Monday, and we're live again. It wasn't until like 5 p.m. we said, "Oh, hey guys, it's Monday.
Oh, hooray!
It's time for the show." And so we scrambled all the way down. We only had 4 hours to get from one end of the Hypercube compound to the other. We made it here in time. We've got a great show. We've got great music. We've got my best friend Peas, my handsome, lactating, special, very geometrically symmetrical friend, Reverend Peas.
Facebook group about a bunch of guys called involuntary celibates, incels. And so I'm not comfortable with my handsome term because I'm also love shy and am scorned by women sometimes.
You, Peas? Scorned by women?
Yeah. They gave me like a button and a membership pack. These guys they got all kinds of rules. Like they feel like if you don't sleep with them, you should get a government rating, and every man that you sleep with drops your rating 1 level. It's really, really well thought out stuff.
Well, don't ever look a gift vegetable in the urethra. That is what my father always told me, and that's exactly what those women are doing. When you get a grade A piece of meat, like Reverend P's coming your way, and you turn your nose up, then we turn our eyes blind.
That hurts
to ISIS hurting that person. Wait, that hurts your feelings? See, Peas, you're so accustomed to us ragging on you that you don't even know when we're complimenting you.
No, I know you're complimenting me. I'm just saying the whole thing about the ladies, when they're scorning me because I'm an incel member now, that hurts my feels, and it brings out my righteous, manly wrath.
So how long have you been an incel, Reverend Peas?
It's what, 10 o'clock now? I've been doing it for about 45 minutes. It seems like a nice bunch of guys on some levels.
How do you feel? Do you have like superpowers yet or something? I don't know what happens when you don't drain your scrot for more than 45 minutes. I learned that
women have been suppressing me and that they are not capable of rational thought. So I didn't know that before. So that's good to know. It's funny. The internet's a wonderful thing because you learn all these things that you didn't know. Like, I thought women were just awesome and squishy and, good to talk to and share your times with. But no, that is all fallacy put out by the feminists that keeps me from realizing my true incel potential of being scorned by women and then incredibly angry about it.
Reverend Peas, I know that inside of you there is a man who is not getting any whatsoever, that's just screaming and crying and crawling to get out. I know he's in there.
Is he?
Don't rip off my own bit to me. Reverend Peas, you have to do that to other people.
Yeah, it's always great when we get to hear it come back.
And that's
all of this hard work that we've put into writing our jokes.
And that's what this show is all about. It's time for the show, and Dr. Fox and I are broadcasting out of the Hypercube Laboratories in the former Spanish Empire. Reverend Pease over there is broadcasting out of Salt Lake, Nevada, Utah.
That's an actual place on the planet.
On freethinkradio.com.
And that's what you're listening to this on. See, Pease is so good. He's just so damn good at radio. It's hard to be on the same show with him. He's kind of intimidating. I don't know.
I'm reading in our awesome chat that first off, this week's episode doesn't sound like total ass.
Nice.
Also, Reverend Snappy Twig wanted to hire Pease to do the promos for his show.
I would love to do that. He wouldn't even have to hire me. I would do it for free.
Yeah, he's great. Well, he wants to know your address, Pease.
6428 Dobie Peak Drive, Las Vegas, Nevada, 89108.
That's folks at home, for the listening viewers at home. This sound. That's the sound usually that you don't hear of me lowering my head into my own hands. But it's not out of shame or pity. It's just sheer excitement, ladies and gentlemen. Dear friends.
Dear friends.
Dear friends.
Pease is my only friend. He's beautiful, handsome. He's diligent.
Incel.
He's courteous. And now he's an involuntary celibate. I'm really glad that you.
It was involuntary. I thought he was voluntary. I thought that was the whole point. Or is he being withheld?
Explain the incel concept again. I didn't.
Argus brings up a good question.
For me,
really
the viewer out of the room.
Yeah. The viewers already heard. Viewers, please do something else for the next 1.5 minutes.
That's involuntary because I would still like to get some, and then of course.
What would you like to get?
Comes with
a personality, a sense of humor, a better job,
But some of those guys said me being married and having 2 kids excludes me from being a member altogether, and I don't think that's
racist.
Yeah, man.
Right?
You stand for that. You gotta let Pease be Pease. Oh, there we go. That's why my mic sounded like garbage. It was this cable.
I figured
we got
Danny
rid of this
Shoggoth.
cable.
I figured Danny Shoggoth can explain it all to me.
Yeah.
Are we doing the callbacks? Is this the callback episode already?
Just call the suicide hotline and ask the operator to patch you into Danny Shoggoth.
I'm sorry, his cardboard box isn't connected right now.
Oh.
Do you have a track phone you'd like to try?
Talking shit on time
last week's show,
show.
I thought Legume was like super well behaved.
Yeah, Pease has kids, Twig. Pease has kids. I've met at least one. Oh, that's what it is. Oh, okay. Now I get it.
Yeah, I did that. Sorry.
All
it's
right.
Live radio. I bumped the
How
thing,
would I
and
know?
now Dr. Fox has to go and make point signals to a thing that you guys can't see.
Here, can you read? Here, I'm gonna. I've just installed this new 80 LED matrix scrolling marquee. Fidd, if you'll look right above your monitor there, do you see it up on the wall? Should be scrolling through right now.
Yeah,
Is it Fidd?
There we go.
I was wondering what that was.
Just keep your
Is
eyes
it
on
Fidd?
that for me.
Okay.
Oh wait, that's just. Sorry, that was just my stock options. As you can tell, it's a.
Simon didn't tell me not to stop looking yet.
Yeah, I'm in. It's livestock options because I've invested in bullshit.
Who the hell is Simon? Why do we got to do what Simon says? Who made him the boss of everybody?
Why do you have to go against the humble world of Simon? Do you?
Because I'm not all about doing what Simon says. I mean, why can't you mix it up? Sometimes Andrew says, sometimes Fox says, sometimes.
Now we're getting
Fidd
somewhere.
says.
Yeah, if we could get further into, let's all do what Fox says.
Correct.
It'd be a better show. It'd be a better world.
It might be.
The way that the Fox Says
it could
game
be worse.
would go
It
would
could
be
worse.
everybody just does the opposite. When you say Fox Says, sit down, everybody stands up.
It
Stands
still
up.
could work in my favor eventually.
No, it does work in your favor because all the people that
Everybody
sit down.
stop listening to the show.
Yeah.
And see, now
Stop.
they're continuing to listen.
What are you
It's
doing? Yeah, they're listening. They're just listening just to piss us off.
Level drop.
That's the
man.
only reason they're listening
been
is to make us
struggling
mad,
to
and it's working.
I've been struggling with smoking cigarettes again, and
I find it pretty easy. I just put it
just
in my
put
mouth
them
and
right
light
in
it.
your
Yeah.
mouth.
struggling. And I found out this weird kind of thing. I do good all day till I come home and I'm around carrots, and then I'm like, go buy us some cigarettes. time. I don't know what that means.
Yeah, Fidd buys me cigarettes. Fidd doesn't buy
He's
him
like the devil.
or
Fidd's
us
the devil.
cigarettes. He buys me cigarettes.
And then I sneak some of the cigarettes. I'll buy you a
He
pack.
buys me a pack,
and then I'll
then he
sneak
sneaks
some
them out, yeah.
I'll even like rearrange the cigarettes that are still in the
has
pack. so you
posted a
can't
picture
tell.
of my house. That actually is
Shit.
You're not supposed to acknowledge it, Peas.
Right
You're supposed
there
to be
in
like,
the
whose
live
house
feed.
is
that is
that?
actually my front yard. That is
You're
my
gonna
front
die.
yard.
That
Is
is it.
6428.
I love your
Daily Peak
grass.
Drive,
You've done
Las
so much
Vegas,
work
man.
with it. That new hypoallergenic the St. Augustine, right?
Well, my truck's not there because obviously I'm out adventuring in the desert when this picture was
You
taken.
left one of your truck nuts in the driveway. What we're all looking at, viewers, is Doc
will be on the
Cosmac, His
Patreon
Holiness, posted a picture of Pease's actual house. Because, you know, Pease likes to give his address out because he wants to get that popcorn in the mail. So Cosmac just gave him a cold shock running all the way up what's left of Pease's spine by posting a photo of Pease's house right in the live chat. If you want to get in the live chat, Doc
how could
Fox,
somebody get in the live chat?
How
What if
do
they want
they
to get
do
in
that?
it right now? How do they do it?
if you, the viewer, want to become a part of the live chat, you can join Dr. Fox, discord.hypercube.
Just go to timeforthewebsite.com, click Discord.
Yeah,
It's just a
should be
link
right
right
up
there,
there.
right?
I'll check.
Just go to
Shit, I don't know. I just run the fucking
Merriam-Webster.com. That's an online dictionary.
can't say
Look up
run on the
Discord
radio.
and then
join,
follow the link.
Oh, there's
Dr.
you.
Fox.
There's the show.
Discord.
I guess I don't
is
have
that
it
a
back up.
time
I'll have to
warp?
fix
Is that
that.
actually going out?
All right,
on the
see, we've developed-
Yeah, does it
we've found
sound
a
like
problem
a
in the
time warp
system.
right now?
It was time
or
for
is
the
it
time
just
warp,
what?
but now is time for our first song of the evening. Fidd, I've
Nice.
thrown 2 vinyl records onto the floor here. Why don't you pick up the one on the left or the one on the right? Throw it on the spindle.
Oh,
Which
is this
one
like
you
a
wanna grab?
game show?
Everybody
Yeah,
knows
I have to
yeah.
pick the
Say the
song
word
on the
nice
left or
to
the
the
song on
Take
the
a
right.
drink, right?
Oh, all right. Oh, I'm gonna have to go to the audience for this one.
What do you say, audience?
I'm looking. Yeah, the
If
first
you
one.
say- if you hear
the,
Peace say
the one on the
nice, you
right.
have to
Oh no,
drink.
they're saying not the one on the. Well, all right. Well, we'll go with the one on the right since Dr. Fox. This is a track that you yourself picked out. It's Alopecia by Ego Plum, and it's time for the show on Free Think Radio. We'll be right back.
Nice.
Yeah, we're back. We're precisely back, absolutely on time, exactly where we need to be on time for the show.
I made it.
Yeah, it's time for the show, right? So now I do the thing where I say that it's time for the show, and then I do the thing where I say that it's Free Think Radio, and I do the thing that we say that we're back. Mike Tyson is here. Richard Nixon is here.
You haven't mentioned Share Us Live Tuesdays at 10, nor have you mentioned antisocial engineering.
Nor
I don't. Tuesdays at 10.
We're 20 minutes in of a 2-hour show, nor have we. In the next 80 minutes, in the next 100 minutes, we had no opportunity.
Besides, I don't want to steal your thunder, Peas. I know how much you love.
Moving up in the radio voiceover world. Guess he doesn't need old Hypercube anymore, huh?
He's getting jobs with like other people now. Like,
why does everybody that works for me get a job except me? It doesn't count.
I got it.
Fidd's just my personal assistant, aka slave.
Oh please, the truly Chulies are way stronger in Legion than the Fox's fuck-ups or whatever they're called.
Yeah, thanks.
We went out.
Fuck-ups.
I should explain.
Hey, this is a segment.
I should explain. We went out and played a show.
What is my team's name?
Yeah, Peas, what is it?
What is my team's name?
What is your... Well, there's Cosmac Commandos, obviously.
Yeah, Cosmac, the guy that's not on the show every week, but every once in a while he gets a team. All right, who's next?
And then there's Truly Chulies.
Okay.
And then there was Fox's Marauders, I thought.
Fox's Marauders?
You're the only one that doesn't get an alliteration, Dr. Fox. Sorry.
No, I don't have a team. I don't even have a team, dude.
More like MF.
Well, I should explain for the viewers.
I'm getting F to the M right now.
See, the reason that Dr. Fox is so butthurt right now
is
because...
Right now? How about every day?
We went out and played a show. Dr. Fox and the Right Angles is a band in Orlando. It's
oh my God!
It's like the second
kind of
best band in Orlando, and I happen to be the drummer. Right? I just joined up
and
about.
The band is still good, even knowing that the band is still really good.
Damn, Peas.
I quit.
It's
I'm
true.
done. You guys do the show.
Well, yeah, I'm a right angle now. I've been one for a couple months, and we just played a show on Friday night, and
Saturday night.
Peas, you will be
it
pleased.
feels like 3 days ago.
Yeah, whatever.
That's time control.
The viewers don't know that it wasn't Friday, man. Just let me say Friday or Saturday or whatever.
The 10 people that follow us on Facebook.
Live radio, everybody. Well, Peas, you will be pleased to know.
I will be.
It smells like tuna salad
that
in here.
the last two shows that we played, I introduced the concept of the Truly Chulies, and I actually have a pretty decent following now.
Nice.
We had a lot of fans chanting Truly Chulies, yeah, Truly Chulies, much to the horror of Dr. Fox,
Chagrin.
who's been trying to start his own cult for a long time, and then what do? I just swoop right in
Argus's
and
allies.
steal all of his potential dummies for my own following. I'm saving them from him.
Listen, I've got a right angle question.
Ooh, Radio Peas with a topical, pertinent question. Go ahead, Radio Peas.
So I happen to have Dr. Fox and the Right Angles patch. And I proudly display it here in my studio, and I
Rip it off
surrounded my New Hampshire,
slowly, or else it'll hurt.
New Hampshire state license plates that I've stolen off of cars that come to Las Vegas. But it's getting a little worn, and if I wanted to get a new Dr. Fox and the Right Angles patch for, say, my leathers for my bike, or maybe I want to make a little flag for when I'm assaulted in the desert. Where could I go to get that kind of merchandise?
Where can you get that kind of merchandise?
This is the show now.
Right now, nowhere, because we've actually sold out of Dr. Fox and the Right Angles t-shirts and patches. We have
I'm glad I got mine then.
Sold out as of the
Are there
last
still stickers?
show. So yes, we do have new designs coming.
Nude designs.
We have nude designs coming, and going. And
Mostly coming.
And with that, you'll be able to get new shirts, including shirts that we'll reveal next week for season 2 of Time for the Show.
We should know that we've already tested the T-shirts on several dozen babies, and only one of them died. So they're pretty much baby safe.
Do they
of the
come
time.
in extra?
It's better than 1 out of 10. Less than 1 out of 10.
Yes, definitely less than 1 out of 10.
That's better than Dentine
0.78
gum.
out of 10 babies did not make it through trials.
Well, that's the same
we'll be
record
upfront about
Dentine
it.
gum has.
That baby was an asshole, though.
And if Dentine gum is Dentine gum is safe, then of course these patches have to be safe.
Nobody liked that baby. Just between me and you.
Whisper into the microphone. That makes good radio.
Whisper.
Good radio. I don't know.
I don't know. I just live here.
If you could hear me whisper into the microphone right
I
now, text yes to 46059798022.
No, what you need to do is if you can hear us, you need to send us a text at 321-765-FOX. F-A-U-X.
Don't be fooled by the message.
3289.
I got fooled by the message.
No, we changed
kid.
the message, Peas. We
Okay.
changed the message. But you can
'Cause I
leave
was
us a
fooled.
voicemail at that number, or you can text us if you don't have access to Discord. And I'll be sure to get Discord links back up on the website.
Did you
I
check
don't know
the
where it
thing
went.
to see if we got any new important messages this week?
Should I check? Let me think.
Yeah,
here.
that's coming up later on in the show, so definitely stay tuned for that.
Oh, and
That's what you call a tease, Peas. I want to
Okay.
change your name to Reverend Tease. Oh, look at you. I want to change your name Reverend Tease, because that's what you
Don't you
is.
sexualize me?
Don't try to stop me. Try to stop me, Peas. I love you. You're handsome. You're
What's
precious.
new adventures you guys got coming up? You got a new right angle show coming up, or
Man, I've had
lots.
quite enough adventures for the last. You know what
Have you
happened,
adventured
Peas?
out, Fidd?
I didn't tell you what happened, Peas. All right,
didn't. Tell
I
me
already
now.
mentioned that that our band played Doktor Faux in the right angles. I'm not Doktor Faux. I'm just a right angle. But we played a show on Friday or Saturday. I can't remember which one it was because where we played, we were at one of those places where the bar likes to, not stay open after closing time because you can't do that.
That's against the law. That would not be allowed.
No. And if anybody did that, we would promptly report them to Dick Tracy himself. But
So what do you guys do? You get a big Magic the Gathering game going when the bar closes?
well, what happened was it turns out that after closing time, if the owner of the place just stacks a bunch of chairs in front of the door and locks it, that then you can run a bottle service. I'm getting the Anyway, what happened was we stayed out. Doktor Faux is censoring me live on the air.
You're not
If
reading
you're
the
wondering
marquee.
what live,
Read
he's
the
telling me not
marquee.
to say sensitive stuff, okay? And I thought I was dancing around the sensitivities pretty well, but no, you viewers at home can see him shaking his head at me. Okay, so here's the point, Peas. Let me just cut to the
Yep,
chase.
Make it, brother.
So we were up until like 5 with still with drinks a flowing and frop a blowing and songs a going, and it was a good old time. And then there happened to be a lawyer from NASA, because as you know, here in the former Spanish Empire is where the Kennedy Space Center is based. There happened to be a female lawyer of NASA who took a liking to me, and Peas, I got lost in the woods again. I ended I ended up going back to Mission Control. And I had neglected to bring my phone with me to the gig in the first place. So when I went back to Mission Control,
about that ever.
I had no way to get back in touch with Dr. Fox and let him know that I was okay. And
so he had no idea.
And I had no idea where I was. I had no idea where I was because she had no idea how to get back to her house from the place. So we took this zigzaggy, wing-a-wandawy path back to her house. So I didn't know where I was. They might as well put a goddamn bag over my head, right?
So a drunken lawyer from NASA takes you on a nefarious trip to her lair.
Oh, yes.
Where she then manhandles you and leaves your friends to wonder if you're alive or dead.
Yeah, and let me tell you something. This NASA lawyer, and when she said that to us in the car,
moves? Did she have space moves, dude?
Oh, well, yeah, gravity is not always a law. Put it that way. But when she said she was a lawyer for NASA in the car, I was like, I knew she was crazy. Because she is, believe it or not, she is 9.5 buckets of crazy. So when she said she was a lawyer for NASA, I was like, oh yeah, sure, yeah. What, are you an indigo child too? What else is going on? Get back to her house.
About the peas?
Turns out,
did she know about the peas?
Everybody knows about peas, man.
Okay, it's a given.
She said that you were her second favorite host of Time for the Show. Do you know who her first favorite host was?
Argus Q Fox.
Nope,
obviously.
you too. You are her number 1 and number 2 favorites out of the 3 of us. So that just goes to show how much she liked you.
She had the crazy talk, but did she have those really good crazy eyes that you go, oh, when you see those crazy eyes, you're like, I'm in for a good time. This is going to be a good ride.
Well, her craziness was superficially evident. You spend 2 seconds with her. Could she be listening to the show
right now? Could she be?
I don't care, really.
You don't.
Well,
there'll be no follow-up. There'll be no follow-up.
Waiting outside right now.
Well, actually, you're right, P. She is a lawyer, so maybe I shouldn't say too much. But no, but
too late now.
After she went to sleep, I looked at her bookcase, and she had all kinds of law books and stuff about something called tort. And
yeah, I know that. You get on all fours and shake your butt in the air.
That's believe me.
How'd you get out of her lair? I mean, did you wake her up? Hey, I need to go home. Argus is worried about me,
dude.
Or did you just walk out?
Here's the deal. Here's the deal, Peas. Let me explain. I don't know the city that I'm in. I don't know.
Florida.
I don't know where she lives. I don't have my phone on me. And so that means I don't have any phone numbers.
You don't have shoes either. You've just got your hat.
I didn't have shoes. I did have a lab coat. That's right, Dr. Faux. I had a lab coat and my hat and my my sacred necklace with my drum key on it to ward off any evils.
The sacred drum key.
Any evil Def Leppard.
The next day, and believe me, what I'm about to say about her is going to make her sound cool. You're going to be like, damn, Fidd, how come you're not like trying to get with that? But believe me, she, like 11.75 buckets of crazy is what we're talking about here. The next day, all we did, we played a lot of video games. First of all, we woke up and for
Fidd
breakfast.
Truly woke up.
That's a first.
Right
Mark your calendars, everybody. I woke up at 9 in the morning, and guess what was for breakfast?
On a Sunday.
Guess what she made for breakfast? Guess what the lawyer who works for NASA made for breakfast? It was vodka and oxtail. Yes.
Oh, that is delicious, dude.
Did you just cook the oxtail in the vodka, or you just drink the oxtail?
The oxtail was in the form of meat in a big bowl,
right?
of like spiced rice, and she used way too much spice. She said it was some kind of African dish.
Fucked it up.
But she did serve it with vodka mixed with like a lemon soda or something.
Nice,
and at 9 in the morning, it's exquisite. Oxtail and vodka. This has been Fidd's
Now, was it still a leathery oxtail? Or was it like pieces, or did you have like? Because the last time I encountered oxtail soup, there's quite literally an oxtail with the brush tip of the tail on it floating in the soup.
Oh, then it wasn't prepared correctly.
That was home style where I was getting it at.
What do you know about oxtail? Well, stop saying
Well,
soup.
I mean,
It wasn't
oxtail-
Las
soup.
Vegas, you have to take 2 with you.
I
was-
made oxtails last week.
How did you make it, Peas?
I used my
It's
Instant
time
Pot.
for
I made a
cooking with
wine
peas.
sauce, and I braised them real quick, and then I pressure cooked them for I want to say like an hour, and then I served that over some noodles with the carrot and potato slices that I cooked it in. It's super good.
Okay, so you can actually eat it, right? I didn't like do something to myself, right?
So listen. So you got the oxtails in you. You got the vodka in you. Did you
At
go
9 in the
back for a
morning.
second? Did you go back for a second helping of the squishy goodness?
Is that the best euphemism you can come up with?
Did you get one helping of squishy goodness? I didn't even hear that. I heard that it was that I dropped him off, and then where I saw the last of Fidd Chuli that I would see. There's no drop
We
off.
should back up. Yeah, Fox dropped us off, and then she told me to tell you that you can go. So the next thing he knows, I open the door and just say, "You can go now, Dr. Fox."
You can go, Dr. Fox. We no longer need you.
Well, at first she was worried. She was like, "I don't know who," because we're talking about me here.
I don't
You know
which
what I look
bald
like,
white guy with
Peas.
a beard is the real one.
The guy with the
The guy with the keys
yeah,
and the phone.
So I was stranded the next day. Is the bottom line, but
Now,
it's okay.
Argus, I'm concerned about your take on this. Were you worried about your little buddy?
My little buddy.
I was lost in the woods. Of course he was.
Yeah, after a while, it started getting a little worrisome. You know, everybody knows that I have a penchant for making sure that people are okay.
Where's Fidd?
And Where's Fidd, my favorite
Nope.
game, which I'm
No,
glad.
where Fidd's
But I didn't really play Where's Fidd as much as I did just sleep all day. And then I went over to my parents' house. And
So
they
Fidd-
were expecting Fidd to come over with me.
Had
And they're
they
like,
seen
"Hey,
Fidd?
where's Fidd?"
Had he
And I go,
contacted
"I don't
them?
know."
Had he contacted them to let him know he was okay?
With
With
contacted
what?
him how? I didn't have my phone, man. I was
So this-
lost in the woods just like X Day.
This mad, crazy NASA lawyer who served you oxtails and vodka had no phone for you to contact your friends to let them know,
Because
hey,
she had my number programmed in her phone.
it's well, I guess that's true. Fidd would not know your number off. the
Who
top of
knows
his head,
numbers
would he?
anymore?
Fidd would be
I
like,
write
"Oh,
mine
Argus
on the
Fox is
wall
6."
next to the phone.
I know
On the
most
wall.
of the numbers. I don't know
Most
how
of
many
them.
there are, but I know like
7.
I don't know that one. That's a new one on me.
So anyway, you didn't answer my question. Did you go back for squishy goodness seconds?
We got shit faced starting at 9 in the morning. And
But that was after a night of intense lovemaking where she saw
Pete.
God being enthralled with Fidd Chuli's manliness, I would imagine.
well, I was
We
saving
know you're
myself.
imagining it, Peas.
I was saving myself for you, Peas. I said no,
You held
I'm
back?
taken. And you can sue me all you want, and I
So
know
what did
you can
do?
fly a
What'd
space
you do to
shuttle.
get out of that situation? Did you feign fatigue? Did you sleep? Did you pretend like you fell asleep, but you were really sitting there hoping that you wouldn't be touched again? How did this play out?
You really
I mean,
want to know?
obviously you went there. She took you to her lair with the intentions of having her way with you, I would think. I wouldn't think her end game would be vodka, oxtails, and video games. That doesn't seem normal.
Well, Guru Drew in the chat said this show's getting kind of gay. And because I think Reverend
he would
Peace,
know.
Having sex with women is gay.
you're trying a little
would
too
know.
hard to
If
live
you're talking about
vicariously
sex,
through
you're
me,
thinking
Peace. It's
about
not good
penises,
radio.
and that's gay.
All right, well, I'm sorry that we can't get more in depth into Fidd's adventure, but it sounds like it was delightful. on
Long
many
story
levels.
short, she's fucking nuts. And if you viewer didn't
Julie
think
has declared.
But listen, he has
law.
artist.
It's a law.
Fidd has not really described one crazy thing. He just says a couple of things and then says, and she's 11 bags nuts. What has to happen?
See, I
for
knew this would
somebody
happen.
Like Fidd Chuli to go, that person is too crazy for me. Because we all know Fidd Chuli's level of craziness,
Okay,
and weirdness, and awesomeness. So what does it take?
I'll tell you what, please. We'll find out what it takes to tip over Fidd Chuli's 9.5 buckets of crazy.
She's a lawyer. I'm not going to say it on the show. She's a goddamn lawyer, so I'll tell you off the show. But in the meantime, for the viewers, we're going to play Unsquare Dance from the new Brubeck Quartet. Did I say Brubeck?
Brubeck.
I meant Brubeck.
Brubeck.
It's time for the show on Free Think Radio. We'll be right back after Brubeck.
In the hypercube is going to enjoy a good minute and a half of silence before they realize we ran back. It's okay, we're professionals. We're professionals. We know what
we're
doing.
so professional that I'm gonna say what the name of the song was and who did it after coming back in from the break.
Okay,
That's how professional we
go
are.
ahead.
That was Unsquare Dance by the New Brubeck Quartet. Those of you who are familiar with Dave Brubeck, the pianist, yes, I said pianist, not that other thing that your dirty mind thought I said. Yeah, the New Brubeck Quartet. I think it was like some of his brothers were in it or something. But yeah, that was Unsquare Dance from 1978.
Speaking
believe
of
it
brothers,
or not,
one of the
Yeah.
Neville brothers died this week.
who?
One of the Neville brothers, famous.
Yeah, I'm familiar with that.
One of the Neville
Yeah, the
brothers
sax
died
player.
this week. Which one?
Yeah,
The good one or the troublemaker?
The sax player. The sax player.
Sex player.
Sax-
He's not
sax
everything is
on my
about
phone.
sex, man. I know that tonight is our Loveline edition episode of the show, where we're discussing all of the important matters of the heart.
Yeah, peace. Thanks.
So, Peas, did you want to
Thanks for
continue
getting me
grilling
sued.
Fidd?
Yeah, I
do.
just got a letter in the mail just now. It was a cease and desist order and a subpoena and a contract for my
subpoenas.
soul. All three
See-
of those things came from NASA. Just now.
Here's my thoughts, dude. The lady says that she's a lawyer for NASA, and then you go off
Come
and have
on, are we
this
still going on
odyssey.
about this?
And the thing about it is we don't even know, and you don't even know. She's probably not even a lawyer. She probably doesn't even work for NASA. She's probably, some clerk at Kmart, and you're all coward and stuff. I still want to know
Peas
what
don't
it
shop at
takes. What
Kmart.
amount of craziness does it take for Fidd Chula to go to tap out?
Well, this
Just-
chick was
okay,
definitely
I'm
a
done.
blue light special, if you
tapped
know what I'm
out.
saying.
Yeah, Fox will tell you. He talked to her. Go ahead, tell Peas all about how crazy she was while
yeah,
I piss.
First she met me,
Nice.
and that's why I introduced her to Fidd. I said, yeah, you're nice. Here, come meet this guy.
He's a drummer.
Yeah, and not mine, just a drummer. Have a blast. And I'll tell you, the number one thing that she told Fidd last night was, you talk too much. The second thing she told him the most was, shut up.
Nice. So so there'll be no second date?
I figured there was. Apparently, he was invited out for shots and Pokemon Go, but I really think he just wanted to Pokemon Go the fuck home.
Yes, I did, and I want a Pokemon get the fuck off of this topic too.
Dude, you totally denied Pokemon at all. You jumped from
Because
this crazy car
Peas-
ride to drinking vodka in the morning, and I
Peas.
know there was deets in between that,
She
and I don't
was-
even know that there might not have been a second Pokemon session because you missed the great soiree at Fox's father's
Well,
house.
if she hears this much of the show, Fox's father's house.
Okay, we're gonna end it, but suffice it to say, Peas, she was trying to hold on to me, like she was trying to like
that
like,
doesn't sound
keep
crazy to me.
in
That
her-
sounds like love.
Love
She
is
was
great.
truly Chuli.
Yeah.
Now it works for me too.
He'll
Okay.
be married in a month.
Blind eyes. We gotta move on. We gotta move on. We can't just talk about this the whole show. So we
could.
gotta move on to the blind eyes segment.
Absolutely think we could talk about this for the whole
Really, because you know, you ever think, Peace, maybe there's a reason why I'm not getting into certain details live on Canadian radio?
show. I share everything with my life on the radio.
We
I don't
know.
that.
Always leave them wanting more, Peas. You know, I can't
Yeah,
give the
save
whole
it for the
story.
trial, please. Save it for the trial.
I don't
Save
want
it
you
for the
guys to be
trial.
able to testify against me, man. Peace. She was super clingy. She wanted me to basically like move in with her like then. Like
That
after
day.
like that like one night, okay?
So
she
Argus
was
must have been
fucking
super
crazy.
bummed.
Okay?
I was super
Argus
bummed
must-
because she was
They
working up
turned
to
it down.
me, and I realized I still had my wedding ring on.
All right, blind eyes.
That's why I had to get Peas.
Blind eyes.
I gotta
God
get
damn
it.
Peas. Or no, I gotta get Fidd. Get Fidd in the car. That way I can't screw up. I'll just pass on. You know, hey Fidd, at least, you know, some people throw you their sloppy seconds, but at least I can throw you my fanatical firsts. They're all yours, buddy.
Dr. Fox is a married man.
I sure the
So
heck am.
and we're in a band together, and he's the front man. So I get all of his fanatical firsts. I don't even get this. I get the sloppy
Yeah, it was my
firsts
guitarist
and
who
the
told
sloppy
me, you know,
seconds.
I don't
Does
want to go.
Argus
You know,
have that
so some of us, you
frontman
know, want to be
disease?
in a band, you know, to meet girls, and I go, yeah, in the Dr. Fox show. I can only imagine what you're gonna
I don't know. I could probably meet.
Apparently,
from the
these are the
Dr.
kind
Fox
of girls
show.
you meet.
Well, my bass player's been happy. He's been getting some fanatical firsts.
He's a bass
Actually, they
player.
bypassed me. They love him, the Latino bass machine.
Yeah, any bass
Alchemist.
player that's getting action, he's happy.
He's a good bass player. I don't
He's
think
a
we'd find a
great-
better one.
He's a
I
great
really
bass
don't
player.
think we'd find a better
And
one.
as a drummer, nothing
So
gets
please
my
don't throw him any of
stick
those girls.
harder.
We'll
Van
never
Halen
see him
didn't pay
again.
their bass player for 25 years because they just gave him his fanatical first.
Well, dude, this is the great thing, right? We're in the band. It's a four-piece. Dr. Fox is married. The guitarist is married. The bassist is in a relationship. Fidd, truly, Chulies. You know what that means?
Truly.
All right, but we really do have to move on. It's a live show, man. We gotta get to the
you wanted
blind
to do
eyes.
blind eyes. You didn't want to talk
Should we
about
even
this
do that?
anymore.
Because we're coming up to the top of the hour. Maybe we should just tease the blind eyes now. Come back to blind eyes in the top of the hour. I know
gonna blind eye that
Reverend
lawyer from
Couchsloth is
NASA?
going to be coming on the show, or he
Kid, are
said
you
that he
gonna
might
blind eye
be.
that lawyer from NASA?
Well, I don't know. I guess you're just going to have to wait and listen, right, Peas?
Damn, I won't be able to wait. What song are we
You're
going
my
to listen to?
handsome. We're not going to a song quite yet. What we are going to do is say that Reverend Couchsloth may join us for the second hour of the show.
I believe
and-
he actually. No, I think he's there. I think
That
he's
guy?
there. Yeah, I'm sorry. Snappy Twig had to take
No,
off.
Couchsloth, yeah.
But yeah,
He is not only is he a Patreon supporter of the show, he's also a pretty funny dude, and I guess this counts as his shout out that
Did he get his
earned.
autographed picture of Muhammad yet?
Well, he's not quite on that level. He's not
Oh.
donating at the $9.11
Okay,
level.
I'll hold
oh,
back.
there
a
he
little
is. He's
bit.
listening to us right now.
but who are giving at the $9.11 level?
Well, geez Louise, I guess there's
Jesus
well,
Christ, our Lord and Savior, is getting
There's
us that level.
Reverend Caller 23.
Oh yeah.
Turn down your radio. If you're listening, Reverend Caller, please turn down your radio. He is a Patreon at the $9.11 potassium level. We also have the great, everybody loves Apostasy X Fenord. Except
She's
for
my
Peas.
pal.
Peas doesn't care for her.
And an
No, she's my
honorary
pal.
member.
No, it's okay, Peas. I already said that you don't like her.
Drew a complimentary potassium level membership for his
'Cause he's such a whiny
his
fucker.
one-time $100 gift to the show. So he's still getting a self-portrait of the Prophet Muhammad,
Is he?
and he's basically getting 2 months free. But you know, we'll cut that deal for anybody. If you want to send us $100 today, we will save $18.22 off of your subscription fees for the year. We'll give you complimentary potassium level donorship.
And Guru Drew, I should mention, is like sort of a producer, although he said he's not, but he really kind of is a producer of a band called the Bran Flakes.
Right, we played them last week. They were awesome.
I've been playing the hell out of them because Guru Drew... Oh, it's the one about the wondering and the grandmother. Sorry, I'm talking to Doktor Faux live on the radio.
Yeah, he's given the engineer things to do.
Yeah, it's live radio. No, what makes radio good is when the person talks to somebody that isn't on the radio and that the viewers don't know what they're talking about. Another thing that makes good radio is inside jokes. We've got plenty of those. And Dr. Fox, you hadn't even seen the little hub that Guru Drew made. Guru Drew collected sort of like all the Free Think Radio,
all the shows,
and all the Subgenius radio shows, and made a little hub on his website.
Does it even have? Does it have Share a Slice
as well?
Does it have Share a Slice Tuesdays at 10 and then Anti-Social Engineering Thursdays at 10?
And I think are there more shows on Free Think Radio right now?
He has both of those Free Think Radio. Actually, Guru Drew himself is about to start a show right here on Free Think Radio. It's going to be a morning show, and it's going to be a music mix of his picks. But I can tell you that his fingers have been in some stinky places.
Am I on that show?
Yeah, Pease, you're on every show.
Okay.
Drew's in the chat right now telling us, he's not ready yet, but it's coming.
It's not ready yet, but it's coming. But
that's what I tell Carrots.
So is season 2.
That's what I tell Carrots every night.
Next week, we've got an all new style of format and a whole new collection of songs and material. And we've got we're going into quarter 2.
What?
And we're going to start season 2 of Time.
Did we send a memo out? Was there like an email I missed?
I don't know. What's your email address, Pease? Isn't it time for the email at gmail.com?
.com.
I thought we talked about this last week.
I don't know. We were because we were captivated by Ladino.
I sit here and I watch the lights blinking, and when the lights blink, I know that I'm not doing my job well enough. Surprise, they don't stop blinking.
You work harder than anybody else on the show, and I think it's important for our listening audience to know that this is Argus makes it seem like it's just him. He actually has a team of 18 interns that are jumping around, getting coffee, making sure the decks of the barge that we transmit from off the coast of Orlando is clean.
So hot.
There's
no more coffee in the commissary in the morning.
Manages all of that
dishes
stuff
in the sink. I don't know what to do. It's like I've got to start taking care of this place again.
None of us know what to do. It's live radio. All we can hope to do is at least pretend to be professional. And in the spirit thereof, since it is the top of the hour, we're going to go to a song. And this song is by the aforementioned Bran Flakes. It's actually 3 songs because they're pretty short. So this 3-song Bran Flake marathon is I Wonder Where My Grandmother Is.
Let's just do 2 songs and then charge for the 3rd song.
Well, okay, everybody right now, please put a quarter into whatever you're listening to the show on. Whether it's your iPhone or a laptop. Yeah, take a picture of a quarter.
Take a picture of a quarter going into your iPhone.
Yes, take a picture of a quarter, print that picture out. Then take that picture, fold it up 4 times, put it in your CD drive of your computer. Close the CD drive and type into a DOS prompt format C:. That will send your quarter to us.
Hold down the turbo button while you do it.
When we get done playing, when we come back from the song, we're going to revisit Fidd's adventures with the NASA lawyer, and then maybe we'll do some blind eyes.
I feel like Pease is going to get a phone call during
Not
this song.
only are we going to do some blind eyes after we come back from this Bran Flakes Moranathon, but I believe Reverend Couchsloth is going to join us.
Hour 2 already?
He was telling me he had some questions about the whole NASA lawyer thing.
All those and more when we come back. It's 11 o'clock. It's Free Think Radio, and you're listening to Time for the Show. This is the Bran Flakes.
Catfish Joe.
Tell him it's the show, Peas.
It's time for the show, but now it's time for the song.
Song, and I was sitting there singing that song, and while I was singing that song, though, my mother was listening, and she said, "Did you ever think about the words to that song?"
1, 2, 3. Diarrhea.
Okay, you can move on now.
I'd like to introduce to you. Everyone, meet Evel Knievel. Thank you. You're gonna get hurt. Get on a motorcycle or a bicycle or anything else, risk your life. They nickname me Evil. There's no power on earth that could stop me. You're gonna get hurt. You understand? Don't be letting your lips turn white. Jumping the motorcycle isn't all I do. I slap myself on the butt, and it works for me. Crazy. I don't want to get hurt. I'm still alive. I don't want to die. There's no power on earth that can stop me. I made an awful lot of money. I am convicted. I'm going to push that trigger. They better have a big jail because every kid in America would tear the jail down. You understand?
Evel Knievel. 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 Evel Knievel.
The only thing I'm scared of is the dark. I'm still alive. You understand? I'm still alive. I will jump. I'm still alive. You understand? I'm still alive. I can run. I'm still alive. I'm still alive. I'm still alive. There's no power on earth that can stop me. Evil, our time is up. Thank you. Good luck to you.
Oh, show. It's always time for you, and it's never time for me. But that's what it is. It's just reality, and we're going to have to deal with it. It's time for the show.
It's an actual show.
And since it's hour 2, and we're pretending to be professionals, we're going to reset the show. This is a 2-hour podcast where every show we attempt to come up with the content for the next show. And that's exactly.
And we've been failing on that.
We haven't.
No,
been
this
doing
show's
that.
been super productive because we got this whole NASA lawyer Fidd thing going. I mean, there's got to be
Did you
some
not
comedy
check your
gold there.
mimeograph?
My who?
Never mind. What are we doing
feel
now?
like
that we're
it's
You
back?
have
Wait,
to explain the joke. It's always funnier when you explain
I was
the joke.
I was asking Pease if he had not gotten his mimeograph.
I did not get it.
So with there's the joke. He didn't get it. The joke being that I'm sending a mimeograph.
That's a good one, Argus.
That's funny.
It's a. I'm done.
Well, this week's pennjillette, we have 2 pennjillettes this week. We have one of them right here in the studio.
Oh, we tricked him.
Do we? We got him. Although he can't hear, he is here but not here. He's in our spirits. Where is Reverend Couchsloth?
Yeah, Couchsloth, if you want to come on the show, just jump in the hypercom and we'll bring you in.
I didn't see him in the cone of silence.
Yeah, he's not there yet.
No.
Nobody can just walk in to the cone of silence, Pease.
Reverend Avey did that one time.
He had keys.
Well, we took him away, though, right?
They are gone, yes. He'll probably get them back someday. If he wants them back, he could have them back.
He could have him back. He's been punished enough. So speaking of punishments, it's time for the blind eye.
Pease, you want to tell
Yeah,
everybody how
good
the
job,
blind eye
Pease.
works?
So the blind eye is a pretty simple concept. We're not advocating or calling to action
Pick the right
any
music for
kind
this
of
one.
terrorist organization. But what we're saying is we're going to name some names. And if something bad was to happen to those people between shows, then we would say, we're turning a blind eye. We're not helping you. We don't care what those people did. We're fine with it. Now, if it happens after the next show, then no, it's back on. That was bullshit. You shouldn't have done that. That's wrong of you. Now, it's important you understand, we're not targeting people. We're
am.
saying
I'm targeting people.
if
I know
This
a
happened.
lawyer.
from NASA.
From NASA. She'll help me get me out
She
of
got
it.
mad at me when I told her I
This is the
tried to
thing.
sue the moon.
How do you
once.
even buy that story? If somebody came up to me and I was a drummer and said, "Oh, hi, by the way, my name's Sally. I'm a lawyer from NASA," I'll be like, "Oh, my name's Mary, and I'm the Queen of England."
Hi, my name's Pease. I'm a legally ordained minister in the Church
Well,
of the
same thing.
Subgenius.
That's the truthful thing. I'm saying I don't believe this lady's a
Which
lawyer.
which
plus
one is
from
more
that.
outlandish?
Which? Well,
that Drunko, the super thought, showed up to the bar and she happens to have tie-ins that might actually be able to get us off this planet legally.
Remind the viewers what thought THOT stands for.
Oh, I have
Dr.
to do
Fox.
that? I have to
Yeah,
spell
you
that?
legally have. It's a live
it's-
radio.
it's-
you
it
guys
my
are
oblige?
diverting from the blind eye, and we did such a great segue into it.
Yeah, he was setting it up quite well, Fidd. I'm sorry, I didn't know we were on the Explain Every Joke show.
Yeah, Fidd.
This
It's always funnier when somebody
When your
doesn't get
scrolling
the joke,
marquee
and then you
tells
have
me
to explain
that I have
it
to
them.
explain every joke. You know, you send me a mimeograph or a
Do you have a
spirograph.
scrolling marquee in front of you, Argus, or is it just Fidd? that
We've
has
got them
them?
all over the room. They're just constantly
okay.
scrolling with information, data, statistics. That's
So
where
really,
I got
there's
my
no
blind eye
excuse.
today.
There's no excuse not to look at the marquees.
You can't miss them.
Right. So again, Fidd.
We have a 40-foot screen in here that has
Dude.
the Discord chat.
Fidd, can you step up this week, please?
I can't, but guess who can? Reverend
Who?
Couchsloth. I've just brought him
Nice.
into the cone of
Yay.
silence.
Hooray!
What up,
Couchsloth,
Couch?
is that
My G, Couchsloth.
So our guest has joined us.
How are
Pease,
your chakras?
How,
my G?
How would you like to greet our guest this week?
Yeah, let Pease greet the guest, because Pease is really the most professional of us.
Obviously, he's
Yeah.
the one getting, all the offers to go and plug other people's
Well, you can
shows.
tell I'm not a professional
Aren't you
because
glad
when
he
you
spends
asked
the whole
Pease
show
if
plugging
he
other
wanted
people's
to
shows?
introduce
Don't be
the guest,
jelly
I
on my
just jumped right in and just reiterated what you said. That is the most unprofessional thing that could possibly happen. But Reverend Pease is about to make up for my
Faux pas.
my radio sins. Reverend Pease, get Couchsloth in here.
So,
Bring him in
Dr.
hot.
Reverend Pope Couchsloth, welcome to the show.
Well, thank you, Pease. It's nice to be back. It's been many, many weeks at this point.
Now, you were on the West Coast, right?
Yeah, that's right. I was bouncing around California.
Drinking them
actually
Zimas, throwing Skittles in them, blending with the natives.
Found
Nice.
some beautiful congealed little cubes of frop. Ate them all up. Actually, I got to drop by what was going to be one of the last Ask Dr. Hal performances of the year.
Oh yeah, I wish I could
did you
go
get to
catch
see it?
one. I heard it wasn't just of the year. I heard this is the
I
last
heard they're
one.
closing that place, the Chez Polo.
Yeah, that's what Chicken John was saying. So yeah, I was set the second to last one. It was the 420 performance, which was beautiful. The frop was being flung about the audience, and Hal himself was in rare form.
So let me ask you a little bit about that show, okay? Because we've all seen Hal perform at X Day. A couple of us have seen him at Burning Man, but this is really where you saw him. That's his home turf. That's where he's developed his show over the decades, and this venue is really home base for him. Was there a different vibe? Were you like, was he more majestic, more Hal-esque?
Well, I mean, I've only ever seen him perform at Chez Poulet. I didn't even see him at the old Odeon where he used to perform. But yeah, I've been kind of going to the shows when I could since about 2009, and it's always been at Chez Poulet since then. But I mean, I will say he had great gravitas at this last show, and I happen to know that 2 or 3 questions from people that I knew got rolled into one massive omnibus question, and
Well, they didn't pay enough. That's why.
Yeah, that's correct. That's how Hal moves it along. Now, did you get a question of yours answered, and how much did it cost if said question?
Well, I always try to bait him into his bardic eructation, so I'm a healthy tipper at Ask Dr. Hal. My question for Hal that ended up getting rolled in against other things was, should I worry when the skull head is in front of me, or is it worse because it's always waiting where my eyes don't go?
Oh. I'm sure you had an eloquent and verbose response to such a query. See, I can't do it. You know what? I try to do Hal. I try to phrase it the way nobody can do what Hal does.
You shouldn't be so hard on yourself.
Yeah, there's only
That's
one
Dr.
of him.
Fox's
and
Dr. Hal.
He's certainly a treasure, but he not only tried to answer that, but simultaneously answer the question, what did Stephen Hawking take with him to his cremation rocket?
Oh.
Can we get another shot of Dr. Fox's Dr. Hal? I think Dr. Fox has a pretty good Dr. Hal. You guys tell me.
I don't think it's that important. I just think that we all need to slow down, take a breath, and draw girls with big titties.
Nailed it. All right,
That
now
sounded
that was
sage
Dr.
advice.
Hal. Now, Dr. Fox, do your impression of him.
My name's Dr.
Hal. I
know everything.
So, Couchsloth,
See,
what
that
are
was
you
pretty
doing?
good.
Couchsloth, what were you doing in my neck of the woods? What are you doing up there in the San Francisco Bay Area? Just a rock's throw from Nevada.
Yeah, I kind of go wandering back there about every 6 weeks.
Really?
I moved out east, but I still have a bunch of connections back there. So about every 6 weeks I go
So,
back.
did you go for espionage or pleasure?
Oh, espionage is always pleasure, my friend.
Oh, well answered. Well answered, sir. I'm sorry. Let's listen in while Fidd and Argus have a private conversation while we talk.
I'm not having a
Let's see what
conversation.
they have to
That's
say.
Dr. Fox having a conversation with an allegedly imaginary guest. I don't know who you're talking to, Dr. Fox.
I'm just talking to.
I think
there
you should tell the
martinis that
viewers
say
who you're talking to. Or at least...
I'm talking to Chief of Hypercube Maintenance and Repair.
Oh, it's Oster 6 is on the line then.
No, actually, it's my dad. He showed up.
Oh.
He's actually
Fox's
over here
father.
at the Hypercube today.
Oh, I put him on the radio. I'd love
I
to hear it.
tried. No,
He wouldn't do it?
He
He's
doesn't
not
want to
biting.
talk to you.
He
You know,
doesn't
it was a
wanna
couple
say
of
anything.
months ago. I asked him.
He's
I said,
holding
hey,
out for scale wages.
You ever hear the show? He's like, yeah, I've listened to it. I heard you on it. I think I heard Fidd, and I go, oh yeah, what did you
Some
think
guy.
of Peas? And he goes, who's that?
Yeah, I know. You told this story. You tell it every week now. It's good.
It's a good story.
It's a good story.
Of course
It's good because it's true.
Well, tell your father I said hello.
Tease says hello. He's nodding yes.
You got a
see, that's
nod out of
radio.
him.
He's got
Pretty good.
instinct
I'm
for
only
radio.
See, we've only got 2 sets of the cans here. So he's actually in here. He only hears me and Fidd on our side of the conversation. The
that's
last 10
gotta be
minutes has just
scary.
been you and the other guy on the computer that he can't hear.
Yeah. So now I heard it's a law in San Francisco. At sit down at the bar, the first drink you order has to be a Zima.
I mean, I was always under the impression the first thing you drank had to be Fernet Branca with a Pabst Blue Ribbon backside.
Yeah, that's a Dr. Howe tradition. You ask a sacred question and you receive the sacred elixir of the Fernet Branca. But old homophobic Peas just wants to make sure that everybody's getting in their crisp, delicious Zima. Because they're a sponsor of the show. As Pease always said, Zima
So what
is
does homophobia have to do with Zima in this case? Is the idea that
I'm hoping he's going to explain
be
it
able
too.
to see who the gays are?
I have a cure for it though.
a cure for gay.
Wait. Is Zima like turning the people gay, like
Yes,
that water
it
in
turns
that
the
lake
frogs
is turning
gay.
the frogs
Zima
gay?
There's an
turns
old
the frogs
adage,
gay.
which is gayer, to drink a Zima or actually
Peas,
be gay,
Peas,
or to wear a cross.
My
Peas,
G.
please,
My
for
G.
once, more gay. Not what makes it gayer, more gay. Please. We're professionals.
Which am I supposed to say, gayer or more gay?
Do you have a stick to reach through the internet with? 'Cause I
Leave
don't.
Pease alone. He's a handsome boy.
Are
He's-
you
he's
gonna
a-
jump on this train now?
I'm jumping on the.
So-
you know what?
Dr. Fox.
So what if I
Pease
drank
show.
my Zima on a dodgeball quat court?
Okay, so that's bad right off the bat because that means you're cruising. What you need to do to send a signal, especially when you're on that coast, is take any color but yellow Skittle. If you take any color but yellow Skittle and put it in your Zima, all the gays know that you are not the gay. And
So it's like reverse hanky coding.
correct. But now, if you put a yellow Skittle in your Zima, that means you're looking for a bear. And those are uncomfortable situations.
Oh, this explains so much.
Doesn't it though?
It's like this time that I went by Mr. S Leather to get some clubwear, and they had these beautiful vinyl pants with red stripes on them that I thought were badass. You wear those to the wrong club, my friend, and people start sharpening the knives and licking.
Yeah, because Crips don't want to see those red colors at their parties. See,
No, keep going,
I think-
Pease. You're doing great.
I think Fox is explaining to his
No, he can
dad
hear us. He can hear us
what
side
different
chattering, and he's getting.
things
He's
need
like,
to be done at
"You
the
guys,
house. Like,
I
the
love
sink-
doing the show, and
the
I
sink
want
needs
my
some stuff
interviews
being
to
done."
be immaculate. And when you guys have side chatter off the mic, when I'm trying to interview the great and diligent and wonderful
Couchsloth.
Reverend Couchsloth, and you guys are having your side banter, it's ruining my thing, and I'm Pease, and I'm a sensitive boy, and I'm a handsome boy, but I am
That's
sensitive.
Fidd. I don't feel that way at all. I'm just glad to
I
be
know
here,
you don't
actually.
feel like you're handsome, and neither does anybody else, but I'm here to tell you that you are.
But my incel friends say no. I'm only of
Of course
average
they
looks.
would. Of course they would.
I'm
They
only of
can't
average
admit it.
looks, and it's
They
obvious
would
from
never
looking at me
admit
that
it
I'm
because
love
then
shot.
then they'd be involuntary.
It is. That's what intel or incel mean. They don't want to be celibate. They would like to be banging
Intel?
carrots too.
I like the idea of intel, though. I'm involuntarily intelligent.
Well, that's not what that lawyer
fooled
said.
me.
I didn't ask
Yes,
to
so
know
speaking of
more
intel,
than
let's get back to this
everybody
legal
ever.
forum. What was with
Right,
this NASA
exactly.
lawyer?
It's,
I
and the
didn't ask
craziness.
to be the
He's never
smartest person
described
in
the
the world.
craziness to
I'm
my
involuntarily
satisfaction.
intelligent. How dare you?
They him and haw and they dance around it, but they really don't describe any outrageous, crazy-eyed behavior that most men would identify with. I need to get the fuck out. But he hasn't really, you
Nothing
know.
like a Pokemon Go Uber can't
No,
fix.
I did identify with that.
She
but
gave me oxtails. I got to draw the line at that.
No, I identified with that, but my balls disagreed.
He's a smegmatarian.
I went, you know. Look, I have 2 balls and 1 brain. My balls outvote my brain.
Is this the
You know what I'm
first
saying?
time
Is that how
being a
Stan
drummer
got
has
where he
gotten
is
you in
today?
trouble, Finn?
He broke
Equilibrium.
even. He broke even. Yeah, it's time for the show on Free Think Radio. This is the show with the inside jokes that we try to promote. We try to promote the show generally, and all we do is joke about the Church of the Subgenius and a bunch of stuff that,
You've never heard of.
yeah, you've never heard
Thank
of it.
you, all the people.
But,
I didn't say anything about the church one time.
oh yeah, you only said something about Stang. But
I did.
Nothing about the church.
I did.
Well,
I
he's
was
a major
bad boy.
celebrity. He's a major
Oh
celebrity.
yeah, he is a major celebrity.
Oh.
I have his celebrity
Handsome,
trading
smiling
card.
Doug.
Oh, I got a pack of celebrity trading cards the other day, and to my surprise, there was an insert of the Reverend Ivan Stang. I got all his stats on the back. It's his rookie card.
I was about to say.
Hey, let's go over those stats, man.
Do you
Okay.
know that the church is selling Bob
Fleecing
condoms
roofs,
now?
average
and Stan
371.
pokes a hole in each one personally
Post
before he mails
office
them out.
general relationships. Oh, look at that! It's right over there.
Yeah,
In the rookie years.
he's an elite.
This is great.
Yeah.
But yeah, it says here that he took 20 walks and 1 ball. So
Yeah, Reverend Ivan Stang is the only person in the church of Major League Baseball to ever get more than 1 run off of 1 walk. That will never be matched again. Nobody will ever be able to get 2 runs off of 1 walk. It's amazing. Wait a second.
I'd like to run off.
Wouldn't we all right about now?
I'm trying to. The cigarettes in the airlock are calling my name, and I gotta sit here and I gotta wait for you guys to run out of steam so I can start a song.
Reverend Couchsloth, we missed you, man.
Yeah, welcome back to the show, dude.
You're
Did
funny.
you hear about Fidd?
What about Fidd?
Yes, he did. We don't have to go through this. He was in the chat. We don't have to go through this for the sake of the viewers. We haven't even got to the
I
blind
tell
eyes.
him, hey, don't tell everybody about all that drinking we were doing
We
after
haven't even got
hours.
to
But
the
no,
viewer
please,
mail.
nobody, please ask me any
Oh,
more about my
please.
adventure with the fetid NASA lawyer.
Well,
I mean, I guess
all right,
she's
fine.
got,
I quit.
she's got
I
some
quit.
law
It's your
knowledge
show.
on her because that encyclopedia was thick.
And what does thick stand for, Dr. Fox?
Terribly handsome, incognito, courageously capturing.
That's Peas right there.
Right there.
Peas, you're thick. You are a thick, handsome boy. You're a thick boy and you're a handsome boy.
B-O-I.
Do you
Who
mean-
would win, 10 peas or 1 thick boy? I don't want to do this show anymore.
We're not doing the show.
We
need to do the
half
show.
an hour ago we
We're not
started
doing a
talking about
show.
doing the blind eye segment.
This isn't a show. All this is a 2-hour production meeting.
All right, so Peas, did
Yes.
you have a blind eye? And this
I
will
did
give
have a
our
blind eye.
give our guest
I did have a blind eye.
Reverend Doctor the Sloth of the Couch. We'll get a few minutes. Maybe if he wants to jump in with us, but
Well-
no pressure, bro. You know,
Peas
I'm already
does
with
have
my
a blind
blind
eye.
eye.
What do you
We're gonna
got,
tease
Peas?
it.
What do
We're
you
gonna
got?
My
tease
blind
the
eye-
blind eye because
My
we're gonna
blind
tease it
eye-
again. We teased it 25 minutes ago.
dude, it's
No,
live
no,
radio.
It's literally 30 minutes
It's
ago.
live radio. It's nothing but teases. We never actually get to the content. I mean, what do you think this is?
Maybe this is
some
what-
kind
my
of
blind eye
respectable
is actually an
publication.
organization. And I'm going to blind eye NASA's legal department.
Hey,
Guys,
check it out. The
I don't
the arrow on the
feel-
spinner. I called it.
Oh, damn it.
I don't feel that breaking Fidd Chuli's heart is something that a legal team should be involved in, especially when it's the National Aeronautics Security Association of Space. Was something hard at work, Fidd? At least something was hard at work, I hope.
I think the point was that
that's the,
something wasn't hard at work.
And oxtails. I'm blind eyeing oxtails and vodka. Now, Fidd, what's your blind eye?
Wait, now hold on. You don't get
Okay.
to just say you're blind eye.
You don't?
Why are you blind eyeing the NASA legal department?
I feel like the NASA legal department read my friend Fidd on. I think that they tried to tempt him
I
with
think
space.
they tried to lead on him. I don't know if he's into
tried
that,
to,
though.
like, hey, I've got you like
I'm into
space
it.
cults. I've got a spaceship. Want to come over to my house and see it? And, you know, poor Fidd. He's much like a child. He doesn't know that it's not a real pleasure saucer.
How
It's
did you
just
know the line she used?
It's just what's like.
I
what's
told
one
you,
level below
this
pleasure?
whole thing was a
Like,
setup.
if you have a pleasure
I
saucer,
knew it.
what would be the saucer
Every
below a
time.
pleasure saucer?
A
Like,
contentment saucer?
A contentment saucer. Yeah, he goes over there under the false premise that he's going to be introduced to a pleasure saucer, and all he gets is a contentment saucer. And on top of that, she made my other good friend, Argus Q. Fox, a doctor, Esquire, worry about his buddy Fidd Chuli all day Sunday.
Peas, you're so sweet when you're insincere.
It's a gift.
What about the
It's-
oxtails? You're trying to go for a twofer. Why are you blind eyeing oxtails? If
I don't
ISIS
feel
was
she-
to
I don't
attack
feel she
all of
prepared
their
them.
national food supply, which is oxtail,
I don't feel she prepared them correctly.
Nuke the oxen! Nuke the oxen!
I think she put too much. Here's what I
oxtail
think
under
happened.
glass, anybody?
I think she served Fidd the oxtails in vodka, and the oxtails had been put so much spice on them to mask the intoxicant that she put in the oxtails. And you'd never seen a more surprised lawyer when Fidd Chuli ate that and downed that vodka and then beat her ass at Pokemon Go because she thought he'd have been passed out, tied up in the cellar already.
Yeah, they were walking
And
around
those
the
chemicals
apartment
had
for
no
8
effect on
hours
Fidd
playing
Chuli.
Pokemon Go.
Him being a
catching the
drummer, of
same
course, she was
Squirtle.
not aware that drummers are immune to hypnotics.
No,
Ali,
wait.
Ali,
These were heavily seasoned oxtails, you
Yeah,
say?
yeah. To mask
Ali,
to mask the hypnotics that she put in it. She
Oh, it-
roofied
it-
the
it
shit
could
out
be-
of those oxtails.
It could be
That's-
more sinister than that, though. They
Oh,
could have
yeah.
been. It could have been British oxtail, and the spices were to cover up the mad cow disease.
Correct. But here's the thing.
Hey,
Here's the thing.
hey.
The joke's
If
on
you-
her.
If you don't mind,
the joke's on her.
they're
'cause
not mad.
Fidd
They're
Chuli
just
has-
upset.
That's
Is
right,
Fidd
Reverend
upset?
Couchsloth.
You and your labels.
Reverend Couchsloth knows about oxtail and mad cow disease. What's the deal with that?
Yeah, anything that's not talking about this.
Absolutely. So,
Fidd, I heard
what's
you
going
just got
on,
the oil
Couchsloth?
changed in your bicycle. How'd that go?
Say what?
I was trying to help segue out of that uncomfortable NASA lawyer
Hey,
conversation.
I don't
we're
need your
talking
help
about
segueing
bike
out of an
maintenance.
uncomfortable conversation because I have a radio station right in front of me.
Yeah, we got
And,
songs to do
and
that
I'll-
for him.
Yeah, we can just play a
Do we?
song. And so this week's obligatory Get Fidd Out of Saying Incriminating Things
Is
song
it?
is by Frank Zappa and Captain Beefheart, and it's called 200 Years Old. And somebody
Get it.
contact my lawyer, please. I'm
Should
being
they?
held against my will.
All
That's
right,
pretty funny.
smoke them if you got them.
We'll be back. Time for the show, Free Think Radio. Help. Help. Please send help.
I was sitting in a breakfast room in Allentown, Pennsylvania. 6 o'clock in the morning. Got up too early. It was a terrible mistake. Sitting there face to face with a 75-cent glass of orange juice about as big as my finger and a bowl of horribly foreshortened cornflakes. And I said to myself, this is the life.
She's 200 years old. Saw me, she couldn't grow no needles. She's 200 years old.
try to grow a mustache.
Dr. Fox is a big boy.
Now, was that
walk away for a minute?
Knows what he's doing.
Did you put the music up to mask Fidd's crying about the subject matter from
I guess
earlier
so.
in the show?
Well, I was gonna cry a little bit. My
Yeah, but
blind
then
eye
you
was on
snap back.
Airbnb.
Airbnb? You don't like Airbnb?
Well,
why would
here's-
you blind
here's-
eye Airbnb?
Well, yeah, because when I'm looking for a vacation, what I really want to do is stay in somebody's mother-in-law suite and be told not to drink. And that's where it was coming off for me, was not as much Airbnb, but people that utilize it. And people that say, hey, why don't you come live in my basement? It's only $200 a night. By the way, no smoking or drinking. Which can you even
You
can you
did
even
have
tell a
electricity,
tenant?
though, right?
Maybe if you ask nicely.
It's private
Well, because
property,
you
man,
might
can
be
tell
you
him.
might be doing better than me on Airbnb, dude.
You know, it's funny. They fine you in Las Vegas if they catch you
Well,
Airbnb.
They find you, Peas? Really? I'd never imagine.
Reverend Couchsloth, our beautiful, beautiful, precious, precious guest, and Patreon supporter, by the way. What was your experience with Airbnb?
I Airbnb'd in San Francisco one time when I couldn't get a hotel room, and
You have to there, don't you? There are no houses that are not B&Bs there.
Yeah, I mean, it's how everyone makes rent, is by renting out to everyone else. That's a great economic plan, isn't it? Yeah.
I'm not homeless. I'm just sleeping in this box by the river because I've got my Airbnb making money for.
Well, in the interest of full disclosure, our show is sponsored by Airbnb's biggest competitor, which is Magnavox.
Adderall PM.
Yeah, Magnavox and Adderall PM are both Airbnb's biggest competitor. So that being
Stimulants
said,
for nighttime.
Continue, Reverend Couchsloth.
Yeah, well, so the mother-in-law suite that I was advertised was actually a plywood shed. And whenever I turned on the
lucky.
space heater
Fancy.
to try to warm it up, it would blow out the lights in the shed and half the house.
Nice. Were they must have thought that was cool every time you did it.
Oh yeah, they thought it was great, especially because it was blowing out the half of the house that the primary tenant was in.
So what happens in that circumstance? Do you like say, hey, this is not worth $200. I'm only going to pay you $175?
Well, I mean, this is America. I just found a way to pass the buck to somebody else.
Or did you rent out like a
Nice.
corner of the shed for $300?
Rustic,
Rustic, no electricity.
That was actually. I mean, it
away
was
from it all.
actually. I was actually working out there at the time, so I just tolerated it, knowing that I didn't have to pay for it.
It sounds like your employer was taking for a ride, though, trying to provide you a comfortable place for you to repass after your hard work during the day, and you have to go back to a plywood shed. I think there should be.
But
if
I
only
mean, that's
one
San
of us,
Francisco, right?
if
That's
only
San
one of
Francisco.
us, if only one of us knew a lawyer that could
I
perhaps
know.
take on this case.
I think
It
someone
had-
might know a
You're
lawyer.
mad he was
That
taking
had
your
some-
jokes. He's not taking
some-
them now.
Some practice.
At least he's taking the
in,
big one.
Space law.
Just
Maybe.
Because the
viewers,
house
I'm
is
nodding my
space.
head.
International Maritime
I'm
Space.
nodding.
Or
in
maybe
my
if they
head.
could just like make it up to me with a really good oxtail.
Damn, Couchsloth is on the show bashing Fidd.
It's
That's why I
beautiful.
like him, man. He comes into the show saucy. He doesn't care.
Yeah.
He's like, oh, you gonna have me on your show? I'm gonna say what I'm gonna say. By the way, Couchsloth, we love you and appreciate you. You are among our treasured fans.
Well, I greatly appreciate it, and I do love this show. I'm sorry when my wanderings take me away from it week on week, but it is good to be back, even if I've only got about 3 sentences worth of inside jokes to play with right now.
That's okay. We've only got 2.
You don't.
Yeah, we
Heard
have
about
like
Bob.
what
Tell
praise
you about
Bob,
Bob.
and then I don't know, fuck them if they can't take a joke. Other than that, we don't know anything. That's why what you are listening to right now, time for the show, which you're listening to on Freethink Radio, that's where it's being streamed, isn't a show. It's just a 2-hour production meeting where we come up with the content for
Fidd.
the next episode, and that's what
Have
we're doing
you
right
mentioned?
now, so it's fun.
Have you mentioned your new show that's going to be Wednesdays at 10? The Law and You with Fidd Chuli.
Fucking bees! Oh shit! Damn,
I've got
bees.
nothing tonight.
Damn, bees,
Usually
you
I
fucking
feel like
nailed
I
me
can.
on that one.
Yeah, I mean, I guess when we can get it, we have to
Ouch.
take it. You know.
Ouch.
How that works is people are going to call up with their legal problems, and they're going to tell the legal problems to Fidd. Fidd's going to go off the air for a minute and consult.
He's gonna go off the air at 5 a.m. and he'll come
then
back
come
the
back
following night
and
at 10
answer
p.m.
your legal questions.
He didn't even tell you the part that, well, I guess we couldn't get that far, but we left the bar at 5 in the morning. He did not make it back to Hypercube until nearly 11 p.m. the next or the same day. So he was gone for what is that? 5 to 11? That's
It felt like
That's
3
6
days
on that, so-
How
was
did you
like
keep
less than a
yourself
day.
from calling the
18
police
hours?
filing a missing person?
Dude, I didn't
would've
have
been
a
so
phone,
worried.
man. Nobody has landlines
No, I
anymore.
mean,
I
not
didn't have
you.
my cell phone.
talking about
What
Argus
am I
Fox.
supposed to do?
instead of a
Argus
cell
Fox was
phone, you
racked
need to
with
carry
worry.
an old rotary
Argus and
phone and
Astor
just
were
plug
racked
it into
with
the
worry
walls
all
in case you
day.
have an emergency.
Look, if you were in this situation that I was in, you wouldn't have been able to do any better, man. Like, I did the best I could.
I was able to do
given
better.
what
I
had.
was able to
Not
do better.
you!
I passed it on to
Yourself from
you.
Not
You
you.
did
I was
so much
talking
better.
to
I
Peas.
escaped.
Peas wouldn't have been able to. Look, man, is this really what this show is? We haven't
It
even
is.
done the blind eyes. We haven't even done the
did.
voicemails. We haven't even done
It's time for
the
your
viewer
blind eye,
mail.
And it's almost time for the end of the show.
Yeah.
Who's your blind eye, Fidd?
Peas.
You know what? Like, I've been holding off on making Peas my blind eye. I said to myself,
I have to confirm that we've gotten onto him for using the same blind eye, especially when it was me the second time. So this is, if you're gonna listen, if you're gonna live on that professional level, if you're gonna tiptoe to the edge,
mix it up.
if you were gonna take your sphincter and scrape it along the walls of the Grand Canyon, Fidd Chuli, I have to say that you can only condemn Peas with a blind eye once per year.
Once per year.
oh, now
Are you sure you want to
there's
use
a
it now?
limit.
You're
Is it-
bound to.
Now there's
you're
a
bound to meet
limit
other
on how
lawyers.
many times we can
Now you
condemn
can. You can condemn him as much as you want, but I'm going to tell you, every time you do it, it's
Wait
going
a
to
second.
diminish.
No, bullshit.
It's going to diminish.
No, bullshit.
You're just going to
It's
continue
smaller
it
and
week
smaller.
after
How
week.
come this starts now? Peas has been blind
Season 2
eyeing you
starts
for
next
like
week.
after week after
We did
week.
season 0, the practice season, and season 1,
Practice.
the one where we fuck everything up
count.
every week and miss
And
all the
that's
shows.
done.
This is
Now
bullshit.
now
This
it,
is
here it
season
comes.
2.
No.
Season 2 is starting.
You stay
That's
out of this,
professional.
Peas. This is between me and Dr. Fox. He's my friend, but right now he's really testing our friendship.
So is like season 2's theme going to be all sophomore
Maybe
James all
he's
the time?
exploring. Maybe he's
Yeah,
exploring the
Couchsloth.
legal. Maybe he's exploring the legal boundaries of your.
Couchsloth, let me. You are an independent arbiter of the situation. Reverend
Another one?
Couchsloth, I
I'm
need
just
to
looking
confer
forward
with
to
you.
Peas' apology
Pa-
text later.
Fox-
Sorry, I was picking on Fidd the whole show.
No. Fox and
Because you know
Peas,
he
shut
wants
up.
he wants to apologize for doing bad on the show, so we'll go, no, Peas, you were good. I'm sorry I didn't get to you sooner. It's okay. I accept your apology. You don't
I'm
have
basking
to
in it.
apologize.
Well-
Is he gonna? Are you expecting your Peas bad show apology after this episode, Fidd?
Once again.
Are you
in the-
expecting it?
Once again.
Again.
Oh, well, if you're gonna let me talk.
I'll think about
you're
it.
gonna let
Oh,
me
I don't
talk.
want to distract you
No,
with my
if you're gonna let
side
me
chatter.
talk.
I don't want to distract you with my side chatter. Banter.
My headphones
Shut up.
are unplugged. All right, there they go. No, hey, if you're gonna let me talk, just let's be fair about. Reverend Couchsloth is not only a great supporter of the show, he's also my personal psychologist. So I'm just gonna
And-
ask that you and Peas, that Dr. Fox and Reverend Peas, just let me get a moment with my personal psychologist, Reverend
consultation.
Couchsloth, and in the
Okay,
interest
you're
of
on the clock.
in the interest of patient doctor confidentiality, I'm going to ask that not only do Dr. Fox and Reverend Peas put their fingers in their ears, but that the rest of the audience just turn the radio down until we're done talking. You'll know when we're done, then just turn it back up. But Reverend Couchsloth, doctor, I'm just I don't know what to do with it. I mean, you've been here.
Cease and
what do you
desist.
think? Couchsloth, Dr. Couchsloth? Are you there?
Yes, no.
Yes,
interesting, no
yes.
problem.
Yeah.
Yes,
Can you
no
ask
interest
a
in your problem.
psychologist
This is when I need
how
you-
you're doing?
Hey, this is my private
I'm
therapy
sorry. Okay,
time.
here go my fingers.
Don't-
there we go.
Don't
It'll
file-
work
this is
better
a
if you
sacred
sing while you put your
space.
fingers in your
sacred
ears.
time.
Okay.
Please, come on, man. This is therapy. This is psychotherapy. If you guys keep talking, I'm not going to be able to write it off on my taxes.
Dun-dun.
Reverend,
Dun, dun, dun.
Reverend Doctor Psychologist Couchsloth. You can do background
Dun.
music if you want to, Peas. That's pretty good. Yeah.
No, we should do the People's Court music. Do you have the People's Court music?
Oh,
Yeah.
man,
Queued up?
that's the bit we haven't finished.
I have
yet.
it right here in my ass. Hold on, let me just put it up to the microphone and tell you what I really think about you, Peas. Oh,
Peas
I'm
Llewellyn
sorry.
here in
That
the
was
People's
so
Court.
mean.
Today's presiding judge, Fidd Chuli, in the case of the NASA lawyer.
Today's plaintiff, Fidd Chuli, claims that the NASA lawyer did not receive his consent to orbit Uranus. The defendant, the NASA lawyer.
Your Honor.
Who's the defendant, Peas?
I'm the,
The defendant is
I'm the
NASA's lead
victim
engineer.
here. Come on.
Sasha
Justice
Banks.
must prevail. Hey, Oh, wait. Oh, so now the defendant doesn't get an intro? Wow,
No,
so much
it's Sasha Banks. I said her name is
until
Sasha Banks.
proven guilty. Wow.
Sasha Banks says Fidd Julie provided
Fidgy Bangs.
inadequate servicing and then ate all her oxtails and vodka. She says she doesn't owe him a thing.
No, too late. Too late. Wait.
Dun-dun.
Can you please?
Today they'll
was
resolve
it really
their
necessary
differences
to put a handcuff on
Julie's
my
court.
dick? Yeah, I feel like around my wrist would have been sufficient. I mean, where am I going to run? There's TV cameras everywhere. There's people on.
They're scrolling.
All right,
like
Judge Pease. I've presented my argument. The prosecution has presented theirs. What's your ruling?
Well, Fidd, they don't allow me to put people on the chain gangs in a small claims case like this. But I'm going to make an exception. We're going to have you go to drill boot camp with Sergeant Slaughter here, and you're going to learn how to treat NASA lawyer ladies like ladies and not your playthings. And you're going to learn. Are you listening, Fidd? Because you're not going to learn if you're not listening, Fidd.
Wait, what?
You're going to learn not to make your friends, Argus and Astor, worry about you from 5 o'clock in the morning.
Oh no!
After 11
Esther 6 was not
p.m. at
worried
night.
for 1 minute. Esther 6 was the one telling me it's fine. He's fine.
Thank you. Shout out to Astor 6 for telling Dr. Fox that even though I was lost in the woods, as Reverend Pease knows how I tend to get, quote, lost
So
in the
lost.
woods, unquote, I will be okay. But Dr. Fox,
listen,
Dr. Fox is he's a nice, he's a good
he worries.
friend.
Dude,
He's a good
one
friend.
time-
Yeah, watch it there.
One time,
I almost called him a nice guy. I
one time,
almost did. He
Fidd,
would not have taken
Argus
kindly
and I
to
were
that.
camping, and we all had some popcorn. We
The
were
three
enjoying
of
the
us
popcorn.
had popcorn,
And Fidd wandered off into the woods. And Argus got super concerned, and I was like, Argus, Fidd's a grown man. It's just the woods. He'll be fine. Argus would not stop worrying. And so I know the pain that you put our friend through for those, not even 12 hours, dude.
Oh, now
What is this?
18
Arguses say the
hours.
darndest things.
18 hours. And I bet you Argus was wandering up and down those pathways where you guys do your videos and stuff. Fidd, corn dog lady, have you seen Fidd?
No,
Hey,
Pease.
guy that smacks Fidd in the face, have you seen Fidd? Christian guy, have you seen Fidd? Oh, until Aunt Astor finally at like 6 o'clock that night said, Argus, we have to go to your dad's and have dinner. Maybe Fidd will be there. He knows we're all going to meet at Fox's father's house for dinner. And yet when you got there, he still wasn't there. You put Argus through hell, dude. And you and I are tight. We're friends. But I gotta say, no, that was uncool.
You're right. No, and I especially like the part where he went.
It's not cool now. It's
No.
hilarious while you're all there.
I especially like the part where Fox went back to ask the guy who punched me in the face on tape if he had seen me lately. Which if you don't know, if you the viewer don't know what I'm referring to, there's video of me getting punched in the face. We've talked about it on previous shows, so we're not going to get into it, but you can see the video. It is me getting punched in the
Limited
face by
time
a person
only,
that I
limited
provoked
capacity.
in Orlando.
Yes, you can see it. The proof does live in this pudding.
Yeah, whatever. Time for the show.punch.fid/face and
.htm.
yeah,
What's
just
the
do
best
that
part of
3
that whole
times.
video is
But
there's like
Dr.
8 of his
Cosmac said
friends
you have to
standing
type
around.
that
Nobody does
URL
anything.
in 3 times. You can't just type it in once. You have to type that in 3 times. See, that's another inside joke that none of the viewers are going to get.
Listeners.
But it's okay because this isn't really a show. This is the end of what some people might call a show, but what is actually a live 2-hour production meeting where we attempt on every episode to come up with all of the content for the next episode. And then, of course, on the next episode, we do the same thing. And I think we've done a pretty good job of that so far. We're just wrapping it up. At this point, we're just holding the lighter onto the plastic skin that is
It's almost time to say
wrapping
we're
the
sorry.
joke up for shipping, and we're just holding the lighter on the ends to singe them off and protect this perfectly crafted joke that you, the viewer, were fortunate enough to be with us while we manufactured it. You got to see how the hot dog was made, the plastics
As the lawsuit was developed and the evidence gathered for Fidd's impending judicial nightmare, you were there. As
you will be able to tell your
a defenseless
grandchildren.
woman, you were there.
You forensic analysis on the bite marks of an oxtail.
Tell me again about the time, Grandpa, when you were there for that
Lost in
one
the woods.
episode of Time for the Show.
And Argus Fox was worried. And he looked for you with the corn dog lady and that homeless man that punched you. Tell that story, Grandpa Fidd.
Did they? Peas? Did they?
Nah, don't tell that story, Grandpa Fidd. Tell the one about that NASA Laura.
You're really not gonna let me off the hook, Peas.
I got
He's got you by the one
Six
thing.
more minutes.
I'm never gonna bring up anything, you know.
That makes good radio.
Yeah.
I'm not saying anything on the radio ever again.
Well, what do we do? I mean, look, here it is. It's time for the show. We've got 5 minutes left in the show, and what have we done? Other than
Let's do it NASA style. We have T-minus 5 minutes. This show.
God damn it! You know, if you weren't so funny, you would be a asshole. You know that, Peas? But you're funny and you're handsome.
I'm sorry.
And so those two things totally preclude you from me.
I'm sorry.
I can't stay mad at your handsome face and your funny brain. I just can't.
Sorry.
I just can't. No.
Wow, I think we've had a real breakthrough here.
Reverend Couchsloth?
I realize that my therapeutic protocols are sometimes experimental, but, you know, they seem to be really having an effect here.
For those who are just tuning in, Reverend Couchsloth is my therapist. So, what's your evaluation, Doctor?
Tell him to go see
Dr.
the
Reverend
lawyer lady a second
Dr.
time.
Reverend Couchsloth, what is your
Well,
I
would say that, you know, you're suffering from an interesting by proxy fixation in that Peas continues to be fixated on discussing the lawyer lady.
Right.
But that's actually your projection of your fascination with her onto Peas, which he then expresses back to you.
And I reflect it back outward to the world. So obviously the doctor's quite correct, and the only logical conclusion is you've got to go back for adventure number 2.
Well, hold on. I want to hear the rest of Dr. Reverend Couchsloth's evaluation.
Oh no, that's just psychobabble.
I do recommend, exposure therapy.
Exposure therapy.
Please, this is my personal therapy session with my doctor.
I think he's giving you good advice. I'm just
do you mind? I know, but this is.
I do feel though we're going to have to proceed. Next session as our time together this evening has run out. But of course I will be sending you a bill, and as usual, I do accept payments only in Dogecoin.
Yeah. I love running out of time at the therapist. You know what's amazing is how they never seem to ever glance at a clock, but they always know when it's 42 minutes into the hour session, because
they have a special psychologist butt plug that vibrates at 42 minutes. So that's how they know. Don't be fooled.
Well, Reverend Peas, you were a psych
Don't give
tech.
away my secrets, Peas.
Yeah, come on. It's live radio, dude. Come on, man. Every week with you, Peas. Every week.
I don't know what's the matter with
and
me.
yet you're so good.
I'm sorry
you're so good, and yet you're so bad.
I'm sorry I didn't do a very good show tonight.
You're so good, but you're so well, we used to have a tradition here on Time for the Show that I'm going to bring back right now, because it is 11:58 Eastern Daylight Time. The show ends at midnight, and we used to do a thing where Peas would have an obligatory apology that
Every
he would
time.
make
'Cause I'm
that
sorry.
we would use to end the show. So Reverand sick, Peas sick.
I'm sorry.
We're going to end the show, and before we
Okay.
get to your apology, Reverend
Right.
Peas, before we get to that, I just want to say that I'm Fidd Chuli, and the engineer next to me that you've been hearing from
Argus
time
Q.
to time
Fox.
is Argus Q. Fox, and we're broadcasting from Hypercube Laboratories in the former Spanish Empire. You're Reverend Peas. Reverend Couchsloth, my personal therapist, was kind enough to join us. Thank you, Reverend Couchsloth. Is there anything you want to plug while we're wrapping it up, buddy? Anything you want to get out there?
Anything you want to plug up?
Anything I want to plug? No, just my 42-minute cycling butt plug there. I think that'll
There
do.
you go.
All right. Well, your check is in the mail.
In the mail.
And
Now I accept Dogecoin. Dogecoin is the future.
wow, I'm gonna have to make some conversions really quickly.
Yeah, how many Dobbs coins go into a Dogecoin now?
1 billion.
I'm a Dobbs coin millionaire.
How many you got? You got 1 million of them?
I've got over 1 million. I've got almost 2 million Dobbs coins. Yeah,
All right,
Really,
so
I don't know how
for-
many I've got. I don't have
for-
near that
not
many.
as many as me,
Peas,
probably.
we're up against the
Send me
clock
your
here.
Dobbs coins. I want
So,
them.
Peas, you got your apology chambered
I
or
do.
what? Okay, so
So, I
for
wanna-
all the
first off-
aforementioned people, this is time for the show. You're listening
off
to
my apology.
freethinkradio.com.
I'm
That's what
sorry.
you're hearing this on, even if it's a podcast.
But it's Free
And
Think
to
Radio.
close the show, here is Reverend Peas with his
Okay.
apology.
So, everybody, I'm super sorry.
Wait, hold
that
on,
I
Reverend
spent-
Peas. I have to tie my shoe. Hold on.
Okay.
Hold on.
I'm
No.
sorry that we spent a lot of time talking about it. And then when we went in segues into the patches for Doc Fox and the right angles, I probably should have been more fluid and verbose then. And then we talked a lot about Fidd's adventure with some crazy lawyer from NASA who probably wasn't really a NASA lawyer. Fidd doesn't know any
She
better.
was. No,
and I'm
she definitely
sorry
was. I
that I
saw
went
her
on
house.
so long
She was.
about that.
But
And I'm sorry that that so many things on the show were awesome and funny, and that Fidd didn't see the humor in it, but still, it was probably the best show we ever did. I'm sorry to the homeless guy who Argus bothered yesterday when he asked where Fidd was. The guy said, "You get out of here or I'll punch you too." Corn dog lady didn't know where Fidd was, but she did seem more receptive to seeing Fidd again than the other guy. And of course, I'm sorry that the show's drawn to a close because, except for Monday nights, the only thing you have to look to is Tuesday nights at 10 when you have Share a Slice, and Thursday nights at 10 when you have Antisocial Engineering, all here on freethinkradio.com, your entertainment vortex. See you guys next week.
man, that was such a good close piece. It's such a good close that
Guru
I'm
Drew
going to
said,
start
"Shut the
saying
fuck up."
stuff and ruin it for you. You know, like because
Is it-
there's no fun kicking down a sandcastle that's poorly built. The fun is kicking down a sandcastle that's really well crafted. And Reverend Peace, god damn it, you are just a sparkling fucking comet of radio. You know that, my boy?
I'm shining on like a diamond.
We're already over time, and I just can't stop.
Overtime?
Yeah, we're done.
Yeah, we're cutting into the other thing, but it's the playlist.
well.
Oh,
What do you have to say? You know, it was
Keep
the
listening.
playlist.
This is it. We're done. Keep listening
We're
to
done.
Free Think Radio for the old time
We're
radio
sorry.
show. If you like old time radio broadcasts,
I
stay
like old-time
tuned
radio.
because we're going out right now. The name of the show is Time for the Show. We'll see you next Monday at 10. Love you. Bye.
Bye. I like show.
So what, you don't want to do the show anymore? You all sad? No more show? If peas get to you,
Are you talking to me?
I'm talking to you.
Oh no! I thought we were just trying to hit
Did peas
midnight.
did peas get to you? Are y'all angry? Peas, why'd you piss him off?
I didn't piss him off, did I? I'm sorry.
That was
Fid.
not cool, man. That was not cool. What the hell was that? You know what? Never again. Never again.
So funny. I just can't imagine what somebody could do to turn Fidd off, though. Oh, this is too crazy for me. I gotta get out of here.
Why? I thought it was a good show.
No,
because
you
Fidd has
think
a
it was
high
good
talk.
show?
I thought it was a great show. I think it's the best show ever.
I thought it was a good one.
It's always the best show ever.
We were able to stretch Blind Eye out for 30 minutes.
Which we never actually did.
Fidd
I didn't
never
do
did
mine.
one. Fidd never did one.
Who did one? Peas and Fox?
I got through mine, and like Couchsloth expanded on it pretty well. They talk. I went and grabbed a cigarette. I was listening on the intercoms.
Wait, Couchsloth, are you still there?
No.
Okay, never
All right,
mind
he's,
then.
He's out of here.
Never mind.
He left.
Great,
He's
we can
gone.
talk
No,
shit
right
about
here,
him
man,
now.
right here.
I hate that guy. Oh, you're there? Oh.
He's still here.
Never mind about that thing I was kidding.
Well, I guess we'll have to get our legal work done somewhere else.
Yeah.
Suppose so.
Thanks for making things harder for us, Fidd.
Oh, hey, Couchsloth, thanks for coming on the show. You're great.
Thanks, dude.
You're great.
Yeah, thanks a bunch. Yeah, I'm still kind of like new to the whole thing, but appreciate the chance to get out there and try to get it a little weird.
Shoot, we've had people jump on and be like they wanted to come on and like do internet radio, and some of them they freeze up, they don't know what to do. So you're able to jump in, and you got the funny joke haha times. And you're on the Patreon. What's
yeah, and I didn't know. I actually didn't know I would get an autographed portrait of Muhammad for $9.11.
You
so,
sure the hell
may have
still
to consider
can.
that.
I'm gonna lock that up soon. I'm gonna move it up to $19.11.
Well, that's how in Europe they put the day.
I don't even think
first,
people realize
and
they're
then the
getting
month, so that's
special
11,
secret
9.
extra show, right?
But yeah, a couple of our Patreons have already got their autographed self-portrait of the Prophet Muhammad, because Muhammad's the only one who's allowed to draw Muhammad. So Dr. Fox will draw you. Actually, he already has a autographed self-portrait of the Prophet Muhammad. The last
does this part of the show cost extra?
Which part?
I don't know. You'd have to ask Drux. He's listening.
We're not on
Nobody's
the show. The
listening.
show's
The show's
over.
No, the show's still going on. It's beautiful.
I don't think so. I'm pretty sure it's disconnected.
Is it?
I don't know. Drew just said I haven't gotten my drawing.
Well, yeah, he hasn't gotten his drawing yet. It's out.
I don't know. You'd have to ask Drux. He's listening.
We're not on the show. The show.
Yeah, nobody's
The show's
listening.
still going
Nobody's
on.
still
It's
connected.
beautiful.
He hasn't gotten his, but
Is it?
he's gonna get his, and you're gonna.
I don't know. Drew just said I haven't gotten my.
And then I'm gonna get mine.
Yeah, he hasn't gotten his drawing yet. No, we're not broadcasting.
No, wait.
I don't know. You'd
No,
have to ask
the
Drux.
show's over, everybody.
I don't know what.
It's
is on.
fine. Well, everybody just relax, please. Everybody relax. We need to stay calm here, okay? If things
The
get out of
show's still
control,
on, though.
then it's
the
not
show
going
is
to be
pilot is
good
running
for
towards
any
Knox.
of us, okay? So I need everybody to just relax.
I can assure
Are there
you
life?
that
Are there
I'm-
life vests?
I clicked. I clicked record when we started the show. I'm pretty sure I turned it off at the end. The music's done.
No, it's still. We're
There's
still
no
on the show,
show,
dude. We're
okay?
heading towards
If
the
you
iceberg.
insist,
Stop
I mean,
clinging
in an
to
endless
your
loop.
beliefs
Endless
that there's
loop.
some kind
An
of show
endless
out
loop.
there.
An
You're
endless
just being
if we're
desperate,
gonna continue
okay?
doing show,
For those,
we should go
if
back to
anybody
talking
of you
about
think we're
NASA
still
and their legal thing.
broadcasting or still recording, you're just being desperate. You're clinging to some belief that somebody out there is still
Who's
listening to. And guess what? Nobody's listening to you. That's what you need to come to terms with,
Actually-
okay? Nobody's listening.
I'm getting a DM
Stop.
from
There's
NASA's
no
legal
show.
department
We're
right
off.
now.
It's
What do
only
they
a
say,
2-hour
Peas?
show. This is
Oh my
after
God,
that.
they are pissed at Fidd.
The
First
whole
of all,
legal
it says,
department.
"Dear, it's time for the show. as a legal representative,
It's time for
NASA's
the
legal
show.
team,
Yeah.
whatever.
Legal
I
official.
think that Pease and Argus have done a wonderful job
Well, she is
explaining
crazy.
and keeping the maintenance of the show going. Whereas we now order and demand that Fidd Julie refrain from mentioning any aspect or team member of the NASA legal department. Pease and Argus may mention it as much as they like, but Fidd may not.
Oh shit! Well,
Stein,
That made me
NASA's
laugh.
lawyer.
That made me laugh. I get to. That's how the whole world is just lined up to. They're waiting for Fidd Julie to have just a moment to occur, and they want what they really want is to just get that one thing that they're like when he peed in the microphone.
You stop
Come on, that was great.
That was good. When he got punched in the face.
Oh, yeah, he got. I was
Comedy
there
gold.
when he got punched in the face. I was
Beautiful.
filming
I
it.
feel like it was,
We could make you feel like you were there. I've got a. I was looking at some of this crazy, like, free plugins to run After Effects, and you can make videos 360 degrees. So stuff that you can put on and watch through like a Android cardboard or an iPhone, whatever. And I'm going to see if I can make like a 360 version of Fidd getting punched, and I'll do a surround sound mix of the slapping in his face.
Slap. I only wanted a piece of the corn dog. Did I deserve this violence?
Yeah, the blood was coming from, I can't remember if it was on the outside of his nose or from the inside. He had like a scrape, but I think he got that when he...
from my nose.
From your nose?
Yeah.
What did that dirty hippie think giving you that flyer was gonna do?
What?
At the end, it's like, I'm bleeding. The guy's like, you're bleeding, dude. And then he gives him a...
Yeah, he had an advertisement
flyer.
for like free parking at City Walk.
Here's a really hard
He
piece
gave
of
me-
paper
here's
to
a-
wipe your
here's a
blood
piece
up
of
with.
Feeder paper from my pocket.
It's like somebody giving you cardboard to staunch your wound with.
Oh no! I wish like somebody with a tampon had run up.
It's not a.
It's pretty absorbent, dude. Bite off
It just goes back once. It's not a time.
But no, I think I set the video back to private. I gotta blur the guy's face out, you know.
Why?
I
He
just-
assaulted somebody. He assaulted somebody. Let him sue you.
Well, we're gonna try and make money off of Fidd getting his nose broken. So, because I don't have the guy's consent to be in the video.
Did Fidd have the guy's consent to get punched? I say when you punch somebody in a public place and it gets posted on the internet, you don't got to blur the person's face out. They committed assault.
If I'm gonna monetize the video, I do.
Apocalypses have happened.
Have you consulted with John? Have you consulted with Posh.o?
All of the religions
I've been consulting
apocalypses have happened.
with different people, and the leading conclusion I can get is just blur the face. That's it. That's all we gotta do. We just gotta blur the face. He still gets.
I mean, if you want to leave the face
in
in,
the
you can,
face.
but you have to charge
Did
him.
Fidd's friend from
Yeah, I
NASA
might
on the
have
legal
to pay
department
the
give you that
guy.
advice?
Like, hey,
No,
will you sign a
charge him.
consent
Charge him with the assault, and then it becomes evidence,
Yeah,
and then
then
you
it's
don't have to
evidence,
do
and
it.
then you
I
can
don't
use it
know.
for nothing.
I don't know.
Every
I don't know.
religion.
Ask Fidd's girlfriend.
All of their apocalypse.
Yeah, Fidd, are you guys gonna go snuggle
at the
again?
Same time.
Okay,
Yeah, I gotta go.
you
I
wanna
got a
hear
snuggle
this?
date.
You want to hear this? So
They were all right.
I unlocked
The
door
apocalypse
to the
happened,
car.
everybody. Every
And
religion's
she just gets in the car.
apocalypse
She's like,
has
"You're taking me home."
already
And
happened.
I'm like, I would.
And it happened
I can't
over
go
2
without my
decades
friend.
ago.
She's like, fine. we'll
You're
get
all
it.
waiting for when
I get
the
Fidd in the
world is
car.
going to
And she's like,
end. The
wanting
world's
to,
already ended.
She's
We've
wants to, like,
been
hold onto my hand, and I'm like,
living
yeah, okay,
after
I'm
the
driving.
end
I'm driving
times
a
for a
car.
long
Here's Fidd, hold Fidd's
time now.
And she's like, tell me I'm pretty.
No,
And he goes, you're pretty. And then she looks at me and she goes, do you think
we figured it out?
And I'm not gonna answer that.
You think
Trick.
that
And she's like, well, I want to
we're
play some video
crazy?
games. And Fidd's like,
And
okay.
you don't know
video
what
games
we
with you.
figured
You
out,
think that she hung out with Fid?
but you're not gonna laugh at us. when we're
What was
the
that?
only
Jealous?
ones that can help
she spent all that time
you.
with Fidd just to spite
You're
you?
not
I'll
gonna
show that
laugh
guy.
at us
No,
when we're the only ones with a lifeboat
I pointed to the ring on my
to be
finger. I'm
able to
married.
get you
But
out of the thing that
took
you
them back
laughed
over
at
to their
us
place,
that
or to
was
her place.
saying the
Their place. You
whole
love that.
time
Their
was
place. That's
true.
their-
Okay.
Their nest of
Yeah.
sin.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
Tell
Say
them
who you
vodka
were
and
now, so
dividends.
that you can remember, so
And-
we can remember.
Where's my phone? Where's my phone? Hold on, Peas.
We're gonna get the dirt.
Where's Dr. Fox's phone? Guess what? You've got bigger problems to worry about, everybody. We've got bigger problems to worry about, everybody. You know what's happened in the last 20 years? The same thing that's happened in the 20 years previous to it.
Did he get his phone? Because we got dirt with Fidd.
Why do you think everything today
He's searching it right now. We're
is
still on the radio,
a
which is kind of.
reboot?
I think that's going to be going.
Why do you think everything today is a
Uh-oh.
reboot
Did they just cut me off?
of something from days past? The world has ended. All of the world's religions were correct.
He's so smooth.
Everything from
Look at the moves,
Church of the
Fidd.
Subgenius to
You are making it happen.
Christianity to Hinduism. All
Yeah, I
of
see it. He is
the
making it
world's
happen. dude.
religions ever invented.
Don't show anybody.
Their
Those are
concurrence
those are really nice bar
of
stools
the
she has in her.
apocalypse converged on the same date.
Did you get to sit on those, Fidd?
The apocalypse of all of the world's religions
You're on the air, dude.
Converged
Just so you know, this
on the
whole 20
same
minutes has been on the air.
date. That date
Your mic is
was
working perfectly.
predicted correctly. That date
Oh, it
was
was turned off.
all of the world's religions were
I'm
correct.
gonna call bullshit. I don't see a video game or
The
TV
date
anywhere around
of the
those sex toys.
apocalypse was only
video game?
predicted correctly.
Yeah.
Which
by
sex
one
toys do you see?
Were they?
religion.
Well, I can't
That
discuss it now because
religion
you said be quiet.
was the church
No, I
But,
said
of the
don't show anybody.
Don't
subgenius.
show it. Oh, I won't
There we
show
go. Oh,
anybody.
right there in the
Only
back.
The church of the,
The black one?
subgenius
The black one with the pink
predicted
ribbing.
The correct date of the
Yeah.
apocalypse.
Look at
Yeah.
that big. Do you see the big silver one?
The only thing
That looks
they
like it
were
was painful,
incorrect about
It's got that round
was
end
that
on it.
the conspiracy
Yeah.
But it's got
was
that big
wrong
square back
about
end.
the calendar.
The wedge.
like-
Even though they
The
were
wedge.
correct that the date of the apocalypse was
Oh, she's got one of those
July
love
5th,
pillows that you hear about on Howard Stern.
1998.
Is that the one
They
that
also
you turn the knob
proclaimed
and it
that the
like
conspiracy
vibrates?
had interfered.
No, it's got like
with
it's
the
got like a
calendar,
wedge shape, and you put it up
such
the hips or
as
something, and
to
it supposedly
trick people
positions
into
the
thinking
squishy
that
part
the
to where you can
date
get right at
of
that G spot.
1998
Oh, are you guys
had
talking about
not
sex
yet
wedge?
occurred.
Yeah,
Sex
there you go.
wedge.
Church
Is there a
of the
commercial for sex wedge?
subgenius
Hold
was
on, I want
There
wrong
is now.
about this.
They got the factory
As
for
it
those like up
turns
the road
out,
from my place.
The
Do you like to
rapture,
bang lawyers
the
from NASA like
the
Big Julie?
apocalypse of
Then you
every
need a sex
world
wedge.
religion did in fact occur.
Ask your doctor.
Do you like
July
oxtails and
5th,
vodka?
Ask your prescriber if sex wedge is right for you.
1998.
Do you like oxtails and
Research
vodka and
from
Pokemon?
Hypercube Laboratories
You need to read
has
Fidd
been
Julie's new book
peer-reviewed.
on how to score
Oh, man.
lawyer
I don't think
chicks
we
from
guys will be able
NASA.
to
have
hear it.
eventuated
Liberator Wedge.
that
Yeah.
I bought it from EdenFantasy.com.
July 5th, 1998 was in fact
Gigantic
the
bag.
convergence of the
Easily goes back
apocalypse
in.
of every
There's
world
Cyclops,
religion
like,
ever
for
invented
sure.
or
Unless-
conceived or possibly
Da-da-da-da.
conceived.
So did
This
she
side
really
is
like your
flip
drummer?
around.
And
Yeah.
that we are now
Show this
living
side is
in
sexy
the
girl side.
Oh, he's not talking.
There's the
post-apocalyptic
sexy girl
world
side.
of every
Is he crying?
major
And,
But
religion.
it will be semi-conspicuous,
This
or you can give it as a
means
gift.
Yeah, that's
that
a real
since
sexy girl.
every
Oh.
world
It stays in the bag.
religions
Pretty nice.
apocalypse has
little
occurred.
I would say
Like,
she's a real live sexy girl, but this picture
is
doesn't
no
really tell me if
possible
she's
way
actually a.
The wedge is another great
It's just
little
kinda
wiener
lame.
shape. One of the things that it's most known for is
So
oral sex.
you got some hand and knuckle
Cunnilingus
action
in
from
particular. It is a serving platter for the genitals. Another great use for it is actually elevating the woman's hips so that you can hit different angles and deeper
All right, I'm gonna go
penetration.
smoke. I'll
With a
talk to you guys
shallower
later. Love
penetration,
you
you
guys.
can actually get the G
Good
spot.
show.
And a deeper
You know,
penetration,
my
a deeper
cat's
spot, which
fighting
is
a very
34
large
inches
vinyl
inside, called the
cow.
A spot. You can use it to lay over for anal and analingus.
Anal.
Another great feature of the wedge
Anal
is the ability
and
to improve your
analingus
endurance.
hasn't
You can actually stay on this in positions for longer periods of time. With something like the wedge, you're perfectly supported, very comfortable, and you can stay in that for a long time. And you can use it in conjunction with any of the other Liberator products, specifically the ramp. The ramp with the wedge is a very good combination. Be really inspired to try new things and have lots of fun together.
Leading people to think that X Day hadn't happened yet, wouldn't you continue to do it? Well, it
When it
has.
comes to the
Not
penis,
only X Day,
the size and shape
but the
matter.
apocalypse
There
of
are
every
so many
religion.
different sizes and shapes
only way
and
to get
techniques
back on the
and
saucers,
preferences
or to get
that
to
it's really
Nirvana,
hard to
or
say.
to heaven,
But there's
or to
definitely a good and a bad
paradise,
of every
or,
shape and size.
you know, to
and
your
here are a couple
71 through 73
most-
virgins, somewhere in between those numbers, is by time control. We have to get back to that date. That happened a while ago. We're living in the aftermath. That's right. Everybody's still waiting for the shit to hit the fan. And you know where all these people live? You know where everybody who's waiting for the shit to hit the fan lives? They live in shit fan hitville. Because it's happened. It's spread all over the place. Just piles and piles. Spread shit, and there's those that'll tell you, no, just look around. No, I can go to the gas station and buy a bag of chips, or I can go and get my hair cut, you know. I can go down to the bar and buy some drinks. Yeah, society's totally intact. Just look at this. I pay taxes, you know. I write things down on paper and put it in the mailbox, and then I get things back in the mailbox with things written down on paper back to me. You know, I go to the store and I buy something, and I get a piece of paper with like a lot of numbers on it, and like and a date and a time, and that's the date and the time that I did it. And so there's that, and then I have these like I have this like plastic thing in my pocket, and it's got my face on it, and it's got all kinds of assignments that are really special to me. And even like computer code on the back of it that a computer can read, and that's special to me too. And they can do that, and they know who I am, right? So it's intact. Everything's working. It's gotta work. The light turns red. I stop, and so does everybody else. And as we're stopping, and the light's green, and all the people are going on the other side. So it can't just be me, right? Right? I can't. I'm not crazy. I mean, look at everybody else is doing it. Look at that. I see the lights, and they see the lights, and we both there, and we get home safe. Oh, we're guaranteed the safety from that obedience. Oh, the sweet, sweet milk of obedience. Oh, I'm so safe. I have my property. That's mine. And I respect other people's property if that's theirs.
Isolated afternoon thunderstorms are expected across North Texas today. Cloud to ground lightning would be the main threat with any storms that develop.
Those red lights are gonna come back. They're gonna come back a lot. My toaster's got a red light on it. My microwave's only got a red light on it.
11:49 a.m. Central Daylight Time.
Metal in it. Don't. I gave my cat braces because his teeth weren't quite straight, and I put him in the microwave, and the red light came on. That's when they took me somewhere bad.
The following reports of weather, temperature, and wind were made at
They
11
made
a.m.
me
DFW Airport.
listen to
Mostly sunny.
test
91,
patterns.
2.68.
They made me
Relative
listen to
humidity
emergency
46%.
broadcast test
Wind
patterns.
south at 8. Pressure 30.04.
They were trying to
inches
work
at
out.
Fort Worth region. Sunny.
I have my
91.
implant.
South at 5.
They were trying to find the
Dallas
resonant
Longfield.
frequency.
Mostly sunny. 91. South at 6.
They
Arlington.
found it.
Mostly sunny. 89.
It's over.
30.6.
There's nothing I can do for you now.
Southwest at 6.
There's nothing I can do for you now.
89. South at
You better enjoy yourself.
Elsewhere around the
What are you doing? You're listening to me? All right. I got a front row seat.
Happily.
Come on.
89. South at 5. Waco. Sunny. 87. Variable at 3. Tyler. Sunny. 87. Variable at 5. Once again at 11 a.m.
That's right. Put that tie on. It's a necktie. It's supposed to keep your shirt around your neck. But you never had trouble keeping your shirt around your neck, did you? It always just kind of stayed around there whether you had a tie on or not. Huh. So why the necktie? Make sure you get it nice and tight. Nice and tight. Go ahead. Here, let me show you how to do it. I want to show you how to do it, and then you can do it that way for the rest of your life. It's the way I was showed how to do it. That's how you know it's the right way. Don't feel too bad if you don't get it right. Don't feel too bad. Just feel a little bit bad. That's all it takes. Do I have your attention yet? Because it's not the people that are trying to get your attention that you need to worry about. No, I mean, they might be full of shit. And most of them are. But they're not the ones that you need to worry about. It's the people that aren't trying to get your attention. Why is that true? Because it sounds kind of cool, you know? That's pretty much it. I mean, go ahead and try it out. Right now, I want you to put on headphones so I can talk directly to you. And I want you to put on headphones and I want you to walk outside. And I want you to do what I just told you to do, which is actively avoid anybody who is not trying to get your attention. And I want you to do that aggressively and vigorously. I want you to vigorously and obtrusively and obscuntively and slap-macklivy avoid anybody who is not trying to get your attention as hard as you can, viewer. I'm going to stay with you while you do it. We're going to do it live. Because, I don't know, I think we might be live. Yeah, I guess we're alright. Rethink Radio, I'm with you. Dude, I feel you. Yes. This is a very big moment for you, viewer. This is a turning point in your evolution, viewer. This is the fulcrum of your evolution. Now run. The direction you're currently facing, just run. As fast as you can. And clap. Run and clap. And sing the national anthem of Bangladesh. And you better clap to the beat and sing that national anthem. Come on. Came back, you're all cut up. I got lots of band-aids. You know what they are? All I have is the children's band-aids that has the Tiny Toons characters on them. Hold on for a second while I go get them. Clip-clop, clip-clop, footsteps, 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 footsteps. Door opening, rustling, rustling. Door closing, footsteps getting closer, footsteps getting closer, footsteps getting closer, footsteps getting closer. Oh, here's the box of Looney Tunes Band-Aids that I just told you about a couple seconds ago. Oh, look at that. There aren't any of them in there. That must have been my son. You know, he likes to use the Band-Aids because they have his favorite characters on them. Even though he doesn't have cuts, he just likes to stick them on. Okay? So that's why I can't treat your wounds, and that's why you're gonna die on my doorstep. Because my son likes Tiny Toons Adventures. You can blame the people that made that show for your death right now in your dying breaths. I'll shut up if you want to say it, because I know you don't have that much longer to go. I'm going to hold the microphone up to your face and allow you to proclaim your dying breaths of hating my son and the creators of Tiny Toon Adventures concurrently for that show being good. Here you go, your dying breaths, sir. you know that all of the clay that was made to animate Gumby was made from actual Gumbies? That's why I present to you my line of vegan Gumbies. The only people that we use to make our Gumbies were Benjamin Franklin. That's right, it's a limited edition. All of the clay that we used to make our Gumby characters was made from Benjamin Franklin's remains. Shh, don't tell anybody. I'm not saying you shouldn't smoke it, but yeah, you're a grown-ass man. I'm a grown-ass man. I'm a grown-ass
Meat and eggs help the body grow and make it strong. Meat is good for you, and there are many kinds. It's beef, it's pork and ham, there's lamb, fish is good, and so is chicken and other poultry. An egg a day is good for you too. Boiled, fried, scrambled, poached, or any way. Meats and eggs are high in protein, which helps build red blood and strong muscles. The fourth finger, pointing the way to health, represents vegetables. And here Ralph thinks of several children in this class, for there are many kinds of vegetables. Potatoes, for instance, are an energy food, and baked potatoes, eaten with their skins and butter or margarine, have lots of vitamins and minerals too. When it comes to green and yellow vegetables, Ralph thinks of Wendy, the prettiest girl in the class. And there's so many different kinds. Green vegetables like string beans, asparagus, and broccoli. There are salad vegetables like lettuce. Many others like celery, radishes, and carrots. Carrots are good cooked too. And so is squash and other yellow vegetables like rutabaga. Cauliflower and cabbage are good too. Yes, there are hundreds of wonderful vegetables. The important thing is that all kinds of vegetables are good for you, whether they're raw or cooked. They're important for good health. Lots of energy and pep. Clear skin and bright eyes. Shining, gleaming hair. And above all, for that wonderful sense of feeling good. The last finger represents fruit. And there are two kinds. Some are especially rich in vitamin C and help ward off some of the diseases that keep you dead. They help cuts and bruises heal faster too. Foods with lots of vitamin C in them include orange juice, grapefruit, strawberries, melons, and of course, whole oranges. Certain vegetables like tomatoes and raw cabbage are also rich in vitamin C. You should have a vitamin C food every day, because that isn't stored in the body very long. Finally, there are the fruits we eat for dessert. Wonderful fruits like apples, bananas, peaches, pears, plums, grapes, and many others. Nuts make a good dessert too. They're rich in energy, proteins, vitamins, and minerals. And now, as Ralph thinks about it, he realizes that each of the children he admires depend on all the food and not on just one food. George is strong, Wendy is pretty, vegetables, fruits, and a vitamin C food. Thinking about all this food has made him hungry. He has a candy bar around as usual. But now Ralph has a better idea of why he shouldn't let candy and sweets substitute for other foods. Sweets don't have the proteins, the vitamins, or the minerals, the bodybuilding qualities of other foods. So for the next few months, Ralph really worked at learning to eat all kinds of foods.
Ralph, would you like some tea? Well, okay. Well, what happened to you?
He'd sample everything that was served to him. And even if it didn't happen to be a food that he preferred, he'd eat some of it anyway. At night, he'd go over the 5 food groups and see how he had done that day. After a month or two of this, Ralph suddenly realized that a slow change had taken place without his noticing it. He found that eating had become fun. What's more, his health was better and he had more pets. He had more fun than he used to and more friends.
Still works.
And all because he had learned to eat by counting his foods on his fingers.
Everything still works. 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 Everything is okay. Everything still works. Everything still works. Everything still works. Everything is okay. I can go outside right now and choose one business or choose the other. Everything's okay. My money's just as good at one place as it is somewhere else. That must mean that the system is intact. Why, there's even public services. There's a fire department, there's a police department, and hospitals and schools, and I mean all kinds of things, and even parks and like fun things, you know, and then there's a justice system that, you know, gives them what's coming to them and make sure that people mind their Reverend P's and Reverend Q's. So, the system, it must be intact, right? Everything, it has to be intact. I mean, look at that. It's all working. There's an economy. There's nations. There's international relations between all these nations that are all doing things their all own way, and it must be working, right? This is the world. This is we're at the peak. This is the best things have ever been, right? It has to be, right? Well, if it has to be, everybody, if it must be, if it has to be, if there's no other way to explain it, then it obviously isn't. It's obviously a cell. Because nothing that is real is obvious. The only things that are real, that are that too good to be true. What's that old saying about things that are too good to be true?
Well, there's someone here to see you.
That's right.
Are you Mr. Bradshaw?
And what's the thing about all the discoveries that have always been made? All of the things that have leapt humankind forward. All of the things that have propelled our knowledge throughout the ages. They weren't things that were obvious. They were things that had to be discovered. And through rigorous observation and experimentation, we came up with some truths. This obvious lie that society is intact,
What's on your mind?
isn't it getting old for you? Isn't it day after day? Isn't there something about you that just is kind of getting tired of it?
We don't have a man.
Because I got tired of it a long time ago. And I know there's a lot of you out there that are pretty tired of it. And you're not exactly just tired of it. You kind of want it to go away. You know what I mean? And you kind of wish somebody would, do something about it. Right? Yeah. Well then, you, the viewer, and I are kindred spirits because we've, here at Hypercube Laboratories, have been looking into this issue for a little while. We've been doing a little bit of checking, double checking, and poking around this and that, and at this point it's undeniable that what I've been trying to tell you this whole time is true. This is the post-apocalyptic world. All of the world's religions were right. The only religion that was right about the date was the Church of the Subgenius. It just so happened to be July 5th, 1998. That's when it happened. Yeah, I know a lot of you that are listening are subgeniuses and you paid your money for that saucer ride. Guess what? Oh! Ouch! Didn't get the saucer ride. Wow! Imagine that! You bought a spaceship ride from a salesman for $30 and you got ripped off? Wow! I'm shocked. I'm shocked that the salesman that sold you the $30 spaceship ride ripped you off. Man, how could I don't blame you for not seeing that one coming a mile away. But guess what? You did pay for it, and guess what? That was a legal contract, and guess what? Even though apocalypse has come and gone, and we can get into about the post-apocalyptic times that we're living in later, but even though that has all happened, there's still a way out. That's a binding contract. If you could, like, let's just say, what if you could go back in time to the apocalypse? Because you did miss it, but you did pay for it. And that payment's still on record. If you could go back in time and to July 5th, 1998, redeem that ticket, you could get on that saucer. What if I told you that, maybe I knew a way to get you back there? I don't know. Something you'd be interested in? Fight me, fight me.